I genuinely, from the depths of my soul, am not that type of person, but it seems like I keep getting mixed up with the wrong people. Like, I'm just done. Like, I don't want any friends. I don't want any girlfriends. Nothing. I'm done with everyone and everything. Don't understand it. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't. And it's like, I think the craziest part is like that was in response to me saying that I miss her. I didn't even say anything bad about her. I've never said anything bad about her. I have stuck by her side. I have stuck up for her. I have lied for her. I have been there for her. But Amber Lynn's just a master manipulator. I'm just the wizard of manipulation. I'm going to be the professor at the manipulation college. Like, what the ever. I genuinely, from the depths of my soul, am not that type of person, but it seems like I keep getting mixed up with the wrong people. Like, I'm just done. Like, I don't want any friends. I don't want any girlfriends. Nothing. I'm done with everyone and everything. Don't understand it. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't.
Oh my goodness. Hello,
like...
good afternoon, everybody. Oh, that was... Is anyone getting an echo? Might just be me. Hi, hello, happy Sunday, everybody. Or Saturday on the other side of the planet. Actually, no, I don't think anyone's Sunday anymore. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Also, Lord Baroki Woki, hello, love. Thank you so much for your gift of 20 channel memberships. It's very kind. Welcome or welcome back to Salty Blonde, Anka, Tracy, Haunted Hold Music, Agatha, Line Song, Paula, Ali, SK, Lavender, Jane, Michael, Sarah, Sammy, City, Millie, It's Dee Dee's Fault, iconic, Debbie, hello, Tennessee, hello, Catalina, hello everybody, enjoy your crumbs and your gapes, and please make sure you thank the fabulous Lord Baroki Woki for the gift. A little echo. Are you getting echo off me? Hold on, I think there's a thing I can change somewhere here. Is it here? Oh god, am I going to break everything? Possibly. Maybe not. Hold on, if I turn... hold on. Hold on, hold the phone, everyone. I might just be being loud. Hold on. Can you hear me? Is it better? I hope it's better. If it's not better... Oh, is it the microphone or the audio? Oh my god. Professional YouTuber. Still echoing, it's fine. Okay, well, we're just gonna call a spade, really. What if I hit this? What does this do? Nothing. This does literally nothing. Okay, good. Okay, I think you know what? We'll call it, I'm very quiet now. How about now? I'm kidding. It's fine. I didn't move anything around. I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad we've had this conversation for the first 3.5 minutes of the stream. Thank you all so much for being here. I understand it's not the perfect time for anybody, and that's okay, but thank you for hanging out with me regardless. Today, we're doing the thing that I said we were going to do this week, and I accidentally lost time because the weekend got away from me. We're going to start watching A Conversation with Destiny from Kinda Good, Kinda Beck. There's a link down in the description. Everybody's already watched this because I'm literally 5 days behind on it. But if you'd like to give it a rewatch, a thumbs up, go say hi from me. You know, do the thing. We're going to be watching it together because I don't want to watch it alone. And I've already listened to it one time, but I would like to, for posterity's and the completionist's sake, I would like to watch it together. So that's what we're going to do. Also, hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning. If you are coming back, I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just Scarlett, somebody talks about things on the internet, watches way too much of too many people. I'm also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate, just here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here in this platform, because it's all about what choices about we say, choices about we put on the internet, choices. And you know what? Sometimes it's fun to go back and rewatch content that the main character has referenced recently, speaking specifically about Amber Reid, and her most recent uploads in kind of conversation and give backery on all of this. Yeah. Anyway, that's what we're going to do today, so let's go.
This video is going to be a collaboration with
Oh,
Destiny.
I've got to turn Beck up and me not up.
As you guys know, Destiny reached out to me wanting to make a few videos together. I thought that was a great idea because Destiny was around for a lot of the time that I was with Amber. I wanted to have a conversation with her about her experiences with Amber and our shared experiences with her. While talking with Destiny, she shared...
Maybe there. Maybe I need more soft things in here. Maybe that's where the echo's coming from. Barry, thank you for being here for 29 months. Honey Barry says, hi from me and my papa, Izzy. Oh, hi, Izzy. Birthday 14 days. Oh, yay. Thanks for the support.
Shared with me screenshots of conversations that she had with Amber. Some of these screenshots showed some emotional and financial manipulation that felt very similar to what had happened with me. There are some extreme differences between mine and Destiny's stories.
Okay,
I
think we're okay here with the volume.
Would be interesting for both of us to go through these screenshots together and talk about them.
Names, details, privacy. Excellent. Very good.
Destiny, please answer your phone. I need you. You are freaking me out. Your texts aren't coming in.
The thing is, it is weird. Ambi said, she was like, who even cares about text messages from 9 years ago? Apparently a whole heap of people.
Sorry.
A whole heap of people want to watch this.
We had plans today.
We still do. I just got up, okay?
I miss you. Well, I remember when that happened, it was the first time I hung out with Dana, and like I didn't plan on spending the night, but it just kind of happened. Like nothing like that happened. It just
Right.
And I guess I had told her that we would go and do stuff the next day. Like I guess we had planned that, but like I didn't think she was gonna make a big deal about it. Honestly, I was just like,
I mean, it's Amber Lynn. One mild discomfort for her, and the entire world is gonna know about it.
Clearly, like
either via text message or the internet.
We were already broken up. We had been broken up for like 2 weeks.
Right, and it's like at that point, why would she even be like...
Okay, the audio balance is going to be a tricky one, chat, but I'm doing my best.
That's just kind of weird to be doing after a breakup anyway. Usually when
Yarnum, hello, good to see you, honey. Hope you're well.
people break up, they don't see each other anymore.
I know, but we still lived together. And then that was another thing when we were still living together.
That.
Like we had a guest room, and she wouldn't let me sleep in the guest room. I still had to sleep in the bed with her. And
Right.
Okay, that's insanity. Like, I harp on about that one particular topic a lot. I do not. How do you break up with someone and then tell them to... Well, how do you get broken up with someone and then tell them that you're sleeping in the same bed because you're anxious attachment or whatever? Like, girl, unhealthy.
Yeah, she did the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Who's the person on the right? That's Destiny. That's the partner of Ambi prior to Beck in the timeline. Zooflute, thank you for the super chat. Zooflute says, oh, happy birthday to you, 57. Congratulations, mate. Happy birthday. Happy to share with you all. I hope you had a fabulous day and weekend, mate. Happy birthday, honey. And Barry, thank you for gifting 10 channel memberships as well, mate. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Welcome or welcome back to Jules, Big Mac, Liz, Kelsey, Lord of the Fruit Flies, Fupa Flies, Girl, Hallie, Bread Sniffer, Samantha, and Karen. Lovely to see you all. Enjoy your games and crumbs, and please make sure you thank the fabulous Barry for the gifts.
And I mean, it was rough. And then
Bread Sniffer Marie got me together. Oh, also, chat, fully acknowledge that there's a mukbang and a live stream from Foodie. We will be watching that in, say, 5.5 hours-ish. We'll catch up later tonight.
And, like I said, I was hanging out with Dana. I went over there. I didn't even go over there till like 7 o'clock that night. Like I spent all day that Saturday with her.
Wait, you spent all that day Saturday with Amber Lynn?
Yeah, like I didn't go see Dana until like it was after 7 o'clock.
So she expected you to come back the next day and have all these plans with her?
No, she expected me to come back still that night. I wasn't supposed to spend the night.
This is crazy behavior.
Like I said, it just kind of happened.
Right, but I mean, who cares? You're not her partner anymore.
Exactly. And like at that point in time, we were going like every Sunday because at that job we worked at, most of the time we were only off on Sundays. So Sundays were for like, she always wanted to go to Lexington and spend money and do all these things. And I just, like I said, we did it every Sunday. So like, why did one time that you missed it matter that much?
Right.
Because it's Amber Lynn Reid. That literally should answer that question by itself. But she's controlling and manipulative and has never seemed to want people to do things of their own volition and accord. Control's the answer.
And she always wanted to go to the movies not till like 10 o'clock at night. Like,
why so late?
Exactly, why? But get there like an hour early to pick a seat and get situated and all that stuff. I think it's in like these messages in the next couple of them, you'll see she says something about getting there early to get a seat and get snacks and all that.
Dumb Not Dumber, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Dumb says, hi, would you ever go on a panel with Yappa? don't know. I think for me, I've done a panel one time, a call in one time, went way back in the day. And it doesn't feel like I'm all in like in reaction space. So like I just don't think I'd be able to stop talking. I don't think I'd be able to like that's kind of the problem, because in the past people have said, oh, you know, like getting you and Milk, for instance, like to make a piece of content together, that would be really interesting. And I fear I just don't shut up. I don't shut up, and I will very much want to talk over people, and I just don't think that format would ever work. Yeah, no, I would either try to talk over people or I would not talk at all. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for the super chat, honey. Rach, thank you for being here for a month as well. Rach says, good morning, Zach and Jack. Good morning, honey. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Or you have a fabulous day. Oh, really, Lisa? Yeah, so that's... So, yeah, I the panel included Charlie, like, way back when when we kind of first started. And, like, I also have a great amount of respect for... like, audience members enjoy some reactors and don't enjoy other reactors, and that's fine. Like, whatever. I don't really worry too much about that. But I definitely think that a healthy amount of space is beneficial. Much like we say, like, you know, for me at least, my concept of like sitting here with you guys watching a piece of content is literally like, I just don't want to watch it alone. like with chat, it's great because, and thank goodness we moved into live streaming and away from vlogs, because I felt like, or recorded content, because I felt like when I was making recorded content, it was great, but I felt like I was starting to repeat my thoughts over and over and over again, because I didn't have like new perspectives coming in on the content that I was watching. Then when we kicked off with like the live streaming era, especially with Chantal, it was interesting because, and I think a lot of the audience found it interesting because being able to read a chat and like pick out a specific opinion or perspective or like knowledge of someone or experience of someone is really fun, and it's really engaging, and that's what I love about doing all of this, because like otherwise I'm just talking about the same stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that format would work necessarily for me. I prefer like kind of driving my own bus, as it were. Jackie, thank you for the super chat, honey. Jackie says, thanks for keeping me company on my 5:50 a.m. walk. You're welcome, mate. I hope you have a fabulous walk. Good job getting out there early in the morning. Lottie, good to see you. Happy Sunday as well. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Lottie says, my favorite collaboration is Zach and Fat Bears. One of my favorites. Which isn't to say that I've never enjoyed the concept of like collaboration with another content creator at all. I think it's really interesting. But I think at this point in time, I wouldn't ever want to step on anyone's toes. And I do think that a healthy amount of, like I was saying, a healthy amount of space between content creators can be really good. Like you guys have seen like Milk and Mr. Snowflake and Farah and like people hanging out in the chat, which is great. Like it's wonderful to be acknowledged as part of the community and to have that like ability to just have a chat in the chat. But I think that for me, I think that a panel needs to have a little bit more like structure, I suppose, for it to be like the best piece of content that it could be. Otherwise, you know, we're all talking about relatively the same content, just not on one screen. We're just on like lots of screens.
Okay, that's all right. I have seen most of these, but I still feel like there's probably some things I haven't seen yet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when I sent you these ones, it was like 152 screenshots.
Yeah,
and that's not to say that things won't change in the future, obviously, but man, I seem to have a lot of thoughts about this. Not to say things won't change in the future. Yeah, but I think as it stands, I think the separation is... No, it's not even separation. I think that having content creators be able to guide their own, like, direction in terms of content is good. And some people prefer the recorded content and some people like enjoy the live streams, and it kind of depends on the person. Yeah. Sabi, thank you for being here for 24 months. Happy anniversary, lovely. Sabi says, 2 years is wild. 2 whole fat bear seasons. We're going to come up to a third before you know it, mate.
It's a lot. I miss you too.
Do you really?
Yes. I'll be home when I get home. Be thinking what we are doing today. Sorry, be thinking about what we're doing today.
It is Sunday. Thanks, close sooner. Come home soon.
Okay.
Are we eating somewhere? What did you want to text me?
Canada, hello. Wait, Canada, did you change your name to Canada Canadian?
I don't know like what she means by what did you want to text me? Because like I don't know really why we were on here messaging. I know that we had both just got new phones. We had both switched from an iPhone to an Android, and then she hated it. But they wouldn't let her give the phone back, so then she just started using her iPhone again. But I had an Android, and I think she used Messenger because she couldn't see my read receipts.
Oh yeah, that's whenever she started carrying around 2 phones.
Yes.
Yeah.
She would still she had service to the Android for a while and still vlogged and stuff with the iPhone because she refused to vlog with anything else.
Yeah, no.
Lottie, I can try to move to the middle. Would that be better? Like if I'm here?
And then she got really over that phone, and that comes into messages. I think it's a good bit away.
But the problem is I don't want to block the message. I'm going to have to hang up from the top of the screen like a bat.
Away from these ones.
Hey,
but
CB.
you see me and her arguing about this whole phone thing.
Right. Nothing, just said I would.
Oh, Canada,
want
cool,
to do
you're
those
here?
things today?
Okay.
I'm almost ready.
Okay.
You on your way? I'm too excited to get out of the house.
Not yet. Soon, though.
Yeah, this is very much giving. Hi, excuse me, sorry. Oh, pardon me. Oh, don't want to make
Are you
this
excited
awkward.
to hang out with me?
Yes.
I'm sorry for all the calls and texts. I just feel like my heart is being ripped out of my chest slowly. In a way, I feel like I'm handling it better than I could be.
Okay, so Ambi's argument is that, oh, these are from, what, like 8 years ago? Nobody cares. The issue here is that this element of Ambi's personality is still very apparent in 2025. Like, it's still, this is Ambi. You could cover up the dates and say that the way that Ambi's talking to Destiny was happening in 2025, I would believe it.
Wants to give me pills.
What pills? The F?
Anxiety pills, I guess.
Or where would she get those?
She has them. Are you on your way now?
No,
I thought the anxiety and depression medication talk happened in Kentucky, not in Florida. I might be wrong on that timeline, though.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of things I want to do. I don't want to be rushed, and it looks like I'm going to have to be. And I want to go and buy the movie theater ticket way early and get the seat I want. We were supposed to do my hair today before we did anything.
Okay.
Listen, this is what I was talking about when I said I had to pick her hair. Her hair, like the way that she left it, it was in a bun. And then...
The poop bun.
Like, I don't know. Her hair was so long.
Literally, this could be her text from to Tommy the other day. I agree, 100%.
It
I know.
Past her butt. And she kept it in that bun all the time. Well, she had kept it
Lottie, I agree. I think every ex has probably had very similar text messages from Amber and Reid.
That bun, and then...
And it got matted, didn't it?
It, not only did it get matted, but, it was, the front of her... how my hair does this. The front of hers, she had, kept doing it like that. But it was super long, and she kept just curving it kind of with her head and tucking it into the bun. And I don't know, I had the picture for so long on my phone of the way it looked, because I was just you look crazy right now.
Yeah.
But she wanted me to fix her hair from not being like that before we went and did anything.
Go to a professional.
But when I finally did do that, it took me 3 hours.
Wait, so
I have never understood why Ambi can't get a hairdresser or beautician or something as an in-house. It's crazy to me.
This entire time, whenever she
The emo bang poop bun combo.
said we were supposed to do my hair today before we did anything, she meant that you were supposed to pick her hair.
Yeah.
I thought this entire time you were supposed to take her to get her hair done.
No, I couldn't get her to... she wouldn't have gone with it like that. But for a long time, I told her she needed to go and get it, trimmed, because, a couple weeks before we broke up, she tried to trim it herself, and she just, like I said, it was, past her butt. She threw it over her head, and then tried to just, cut straight across, the ends, and it ended up like this. It was in, a V, because it wasn't even. She had so many dead ends. And I was like, now it looks like crap. And now you have to...
Well, it's also because when you throw your hair over like that, it's not going to be even when it falls on the back. But that's hilarious.
Cut off even more. So then I had to cut it straight across. And it was straight across, but then she kept putting it up in that bun, like I said, and it turned into that mess.
Yeah. No, I get it because she would do that and leave it like that, and then it would get matted, and I would have to sit there for hours and pick out that rat's nest, and it would be so greasy, and it would take so long, and it would hurt her. Like, she would cry and stuff because it would be so painful. And it's
I would have just clipped it straight off.
like, please get your hair cut, then it'll be easier to manage. But she would not do it. She absolutely refused.
Bob and a job, girl. That's what we need. That's the energy we need for 2025. Because who's doing her hair now?
I know. And like when I picked her hair, I used like an actual, like I went to Sally's and got stuff. I got like a pick, and I used like baby oil. I used conditioner. I used so much stuff.
Yeah, it's like you were really trying, and it's like she wasn't trying to keep it from happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Overly? That makes sense. Like, I know that there are people out there who do that. I just don't understand why. Like, Ambi could have so much assistance and could afford it, and it blows my mind why she just doesn't.
I had to try to take care of it.
I only did it the one time. She had never done that before.
I'd had to do it more than once.
Bob a job and a gob.
So, jeez. But it's like, at least you were willing to still try to do it, and you were broke up with her.
Yes.
That was not your place.
None of it was. Like, all
Dang,
of these
man.
things that she still made me do for so long, none of that really was my responsibility. But, like, at the time, I felt bad because
She didn't have nobody else.
by herself, and she had nobody else. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
And
Me
that was
too.
her own fault. Because, like, I mean,
Does Amber Lynn strike you as the type of individual to take advantage of other people's kindness? Yes. Yes.
she was hanging out with Sheila and his cousin, and like, but she didn't want to hang out with them unless her hair wasn't like that, for one. And then, like, she didn't want to talk to them about that kind of stuff. She just wanted to be like chameleon to them, you know, like she just like formed to hanging out with them.
She should have invested in some fabulous hats.
Yeah, she didn't want them to see that side of her.
Yeah.
Because it was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was.
Right. But it's like it was totally fine for us to see that. And for us to have to deal with it, you know?
Literally.
I would have just gotten her a baseball cap. There you go. Tie it up, hide it under there.
Why don't you want to leave yet?
I'm about to. I'll text you when I leave.
Why don't you care that I want to spend the day outside of the house?
I do.
Okay. This feels so gross.
You don't, LOL. You would have left already.
I do. Please don't.
Dear Amber and Reid of the past, if you want to spend the day outside of the house, walk out that motherfucking door. Just go take a walk, dear. Mind the holes.
Then can you just leave now? I've been ready and waiting like a complete loser.
I am soon.
That's what you have been saying for 2 hours now.
I
Oh,
am.
Barry, thank you for the super chat, honey. Barry says, a reminder that both Ambi and Chantal are not the people to aspire to be. No, cautionary tale. It may be hard, but please take care of yourself physically and emotionally, and know that the world is better with you in it. 100%. And Barry, to add to that, thank you for the message. Have enough self-respect to acknowledge the fact that you have the ability to do all of this stuff. Like Ambi could have picked out her own hair. Which isn't even to talk about, like, preventative stuff, but she could have done, like, she could walk outside the door, go catch an Uber, like, go and do things. The more reliant you are on other people to take care of everything, like, the less, I guess, independence you retain, and you just become so used to other people doing stuff for you that you just don't do it yourself. In Ambi's case, I think it's a power play. I don't, like, obviously everybody's different, but yeah, blah, blah,
No.
blah.
What is taking so long?
I feel like she would be whining the entire time. I'm so surprised she wasn't calling you back to back, dude.
She was. That's why she was saying she was sorry for all the texts and calls, because she was calling me. If I wasn't responding to her on this, like, very quickly, she was trying to call me and everything. And, like, there's some of the times you can see where it took me a while to call her back. It's because Dana took my phone and, like, would either turn it off or just put it somewhere else because we were getting very annoyed.
Right. I mean, I don't blame you guys either. Like, this is your ex. She shouldn't be calling and texting. Where are you? Where are you?
Literally.
It's like, you don't have control over me anymore, man. I am, though.
What's taking so long?
Nothing.
Then there you go. If you aren't doing anything and you know what I'm going through, you tell Dana you have to go. I just wish I understood everything better.
I'm sorry.
Can you explain it to me? Explain why I'm here waiting for you when we should already be hanging out.
I don't have an explanation.
Okay, this all could have been fixed very easily by Destiny saying, hi, change of plans today, I'm unavailable. Now, that would have exploded and Amber Lynn would have become a terrifying nightmare. Not that she wasn't already. But the back and forth is quite fun. Holy Big Mac, thank you for the super chat, honey. Holy says, happy early birthday, Barry. And thank you. Oh, there you go. I'll pass on the message, Holly. Barry, thank you from Holly. Thanks, son. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day.
Do you just not want to be near me?
That's not it.
You want to be around her.
Sorry.
Butterfly, thank you for being here for 14 months as well. Butterfly says, fun seeing the karma bus drag ALR lately. 2025 has not been Amber's year.
We have plans though, Destiny.
I am.
Like, what's happened in 2025? She's broken up with her Fido partner. Almost every ex has come out to speak out against the monstrosity of Amberlynn Reid. I don't think she's doing well at bingo.
Coming.
You're completely putting me last.
Oh my God, you have no idea how many times she would say that to me. You're completely putting me last. You're always putting me last.
Oh my gosh.
Not trying to.
We aren't going to have time for me to do anything. Need to be at the movies at 10. I want to go to Target. I want to eat. It will take us an hour to get there. Like, what are you doing to me? You're torturing me. I would never do this to you.
I'm gonna be there soon.
You haven't even left yet, Destiny.
I'm really sorry. I am about to.
How can you be really sorry if you aren't doing anything about it? You only say sorry if you're going to change what is hurting someone. You've become cold. I always thought the world of you. I never met someone like you. Kind, gentle, patient, understanding.
Oh my God, Amberlynn, fuck off. Take a car.
Worst heart I've ever met. But now, look at you. I don't understand what has happened.
Amberlynn, I'm not being cold. Please stop making me feel like a shit person.
This is cold. It really is. We had plans that you aren't caring about.
I am.
If you cared, we would be in Lexington right now.
Okay.
We probably
Again, to that response, I would have just said, I'll meet you at the cinema. I'll meet you there at 10. Yeah? You get there yourself, big girl.
to Lexington till 7 p.m.
I mean, she is a big girl.
How am I supposed to eat peacefully and then wander around Target in such a short amount of time?
That's not true.
I wanted to spend all day with you. That was the plan.
I'm about to leave.
You've been saying that for hours.
I really am.
Please call me.
No.
Why not?
When I leave, I will.
You just said you were leaving? You always told me you'd be here for me no matter what. You're proving otherwise lately.
Stop, please.
I just want to get out of the house and have a good time, and it's like pulling your teeth out. Have you left yet? Are you getting my text? I feel really sick, and I am having an anxiety.
I said, reminder, they got the movies at 10. This conversation was like 3 p.m.
attack. I really need someone.
Yeah, I was waiting for your call, but didn't get one.
Calling.
No, you really didn't put up with much. Like, you did put up with some stuff, but you also were really quick to put your foot down, and she let you do it because she also had this adoration for you that I don't think she's had for anybody else.
I don't know what it was. Like, I mean, when me and her first got together, she tried to be that way towards me, you know, just like, you know how she is. And I was like, that don't fly with me. It doesn't. Like, I don't care who you are to me. You're not going to treat me like that. Like, because the girl I was with before her treated me like that. And I was like, that is not happening ever again. And like, never even acted like that until after we moved in together. Like, we weren't even moved in together a month. And we got into that huge argument where I accidentally called her Pooky and she walked home from Walmart. That was not a month living together.
That's glorious. That is so dramatic.
Are you serious?
I really didn't care. I was like, I mean, if you're not going to answer my texts, you're not going to answer my calls, and you're running away on a scooter in Walmart, I'm going to just leave you there. So that's what I did, and I left her there. And she walked home.
Do you know what? That seemed to be a lesson that Ambi needed to learn. But she didn't really take it as a learning experience.
Home. And
wait, so she was running away in a scooter from
like,
you?
First of all, we were both in scooters because she always made me ride in one too.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Anytime, like, I don't know.
Let me guess. So people weren't looking just at her.
Yes. She was like, well, I don't want to ride by myself. And I mean, for the most part, when we went to Walmart, it was at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, there wasn't many of them being used. So, like, I didn't feel as bad, but like, I didn't want to ride on the scooter anyway. Like, it was dumb.
Right.
And
you could walk faster.
We were, I want to say like in the coloring books or something. And I just like was casually talking to her and said it. And she didn't even say anything to me. She just scooted away. Just gone. So I started calling her and texting her, and she wasn't responding. And then when she did answer, she was like, I don't know, like she was like yelling, and she sounded like she was crying, and she was like, why did you call me that? And I just like it was just like a habit kind of thing, said it. So I was like, didn't even really register what I said to her. And then when she said it to me, she said, you called me Pooky or whatever. I was like,
you had literally only been with her for a month.
Yeah. I mean, we had been talking for a while. Like, this was like July. We had been talking since like February or something.
Right.
So, I mean,
Miss Mary Mac, good to see you. You're new to Ambi Law. That's all right. We'll catch you up. What do you know?
Months.
Like, we had just recently met, you know, in that month too, you know, like physically.
Pooky snapped.
So yeah. It was a whole thing.
Which you moved from Virginia to Florida.
If only the scooter had like a little license plate on the back. Pooky.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes. And like she hung up on me, and then she just wouldn't answer me again. She wouldn't answer my text. I was like, okay, well, where are you? Like, I want to go home. Like, clearly we're not getting anything, or like whatever we were there for. So, and thankfully, we were at the Walmart close to our apartment. We usually stopped at the one by our work, which was like 30 minutes away. So, miraculously, we were there. And I left. I was like, fine. I'm not dealing with this. So I left.
I'm surprised that she walked home.
Not too Pooky for you.
I was so surprised too. But like at this point, she hadn't been working yet. So like, I don't know. She was just chilling at the house for the most part. So she had to have built up some stamina just sitting around.
I think I need not built up some stamina sitting around. Shady. I think I need to understand the timeline a little bit more in terms of when, because Ambi had come from a line rather of partners who supported Ambi, right? So there had been 2 before Destiny, and then Beck came along. But there was a period of time where Ambi clearly started to receive YouTube income from her channel. And I think that's like a little hole in my like memory lore, because I feel like it would explain, like it doesn't make sense to me how Ambi held like power over her partners in relationships outside of like emotional manipulation, like willful ignorance, weaponized incompetence. I understand all of those, but I would love to, because I think it started happening in the Destiny era. Like there's one vlog in particular where Ambi's like, oh, I bought like 57 Christmas presents and we're opening them like 2 days before Christmas just because, which I think was probably one of the most like memorable instances of like, oh, Ambi's now got access to resources and is using it to hold sway over their partners.
How was it when she came home?
Well, when I got home, I still had been trying to call her. Like, I was like, you know, every little bit I got away from the Walmart, I was like, you know, I don't want to get all the way home, and then her be like, come get me, or something, you know, like, it was dumb. So,
well, she probably still wasn't picking up, was she?
Oh, no. I'll check how fast I've got it sped up. I don't think I've got it, 1.5. We'll try 1.25 for a bit.
And she wasn't answering my texts, like, she wasn't even reading them. Anything. So, I was like, whatever. Like, she can figure it out, or I'll go get her.
Sippy Cup says, Ambi started making enough YouTube money to replace her income halfway through the Destiny era towards the end. That's what I thought, towards the end of living with Destiny's mum. So that was the place with the stairs, right? The iconic stairs where she was eating a pizza in the kitchen, telling us how much she didn't love pizza.
Eventually, like when I feel like it, like on my terms. So then I got home, I cleaned up a little bit of stuff, did what I needed to do, and I got in the shower. Like, I just went about my nightly routine. Like, I got in the shower, took my shower, and right about the time I was getting out of the shower and I was trying to get dressed, she had been calling me. She'd called me like twice, and I was like, oh, of course, now you're ready, now that I'm like in my pajamas. So when I answer it, she's like, I'm most of the way home.
Casserole dish full of cereal. Yeah, that era. Yeah.
Home. I'm like, what do you mean you're most of the way home? Like, how did you get there? And she was like, I walked.
I'm so shocked.
I was so shocked. I was like, well, do you want me to come get you? And she was like, no. So she finished walking home.
She was too proud.
Yeah. And then, like, I really don't remember what happened once she got home. And, like, we just went about her business. Like, I don't think it was ever actually settled.
You don't think that... I'm just really surprised that she didn't just, like, keep you locked and cornered into an argument all night and you got no sleep. Because if that would have happened with me and her, that's what she would have done with me. She would not have...
It is interesting discussing, like, Ambi in 2 very different relationships. Because, like, Destiny didn't give a fuck. Well, I mean, I think they did to a degree. I think Beck, however, was a little bit more... After, like, not too long in the relationship, Beck was a little bit more just resigned to say yes and do what was asked. Because it was easier. Which is really sad.
I came home and just went about her night. I would have been hell on earth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have remembered if we got into, like, another argument. Or, like, was yelling at each other or whatever. But, no. I don't remember that. So, like, either it was a really bad argument, it's, like, blacked out. Like, I don't really do that, though. So, it's, like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I think I probably just ignored her. Because that's what I did a lot of the time when she just acted like that. I would just ignore her. Like, that's not going to get anywhere with me.
I'm surprised you were able to ignore her. She just made it so difficult for me too, because she would just make it to where I was really never out of her sight.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Especially when y'all were there at Eric and Ricky's, like, where were you supposed to go?
Right. And it's like she wanted to keep me away from them.
Yeah, she didn't want them to think badly of her.
No, like she always thought that if she wasn't in the room with us, that's what we were doing, was all talking crap about her. Like,
which explains why Amber was pretending to be Beck to try to get into that old group chat. Deal. Sky, good to see you, honey.
Our entire world revolved around talking crap about her, and that just wasn't the case. Did it happen? Yeah. But it did not happen all the time.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's nice to take a break from thinking about you, talking about you, dealing with you.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand.
And it's like, I'm actually able to vent to people who get it because they're here witnessing it all.
Yeah. And it's not like she's quiet about anything, so it's not like they didn't already know. Just because you weren't in the room with them doesn't mean they didn't know what was going on.
Oh, yeah, they could hear everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because we all know Amber wasn't quiet either when she was mad.
Yeah. No. Did not care.
No, she didn't. Whew, we are way off topic. Are you ready to keep going on these screenshots?
Okay, so these are on that hate group about me. Dana is doing exactly what breaks my heart every single day regarding being on YouTube. I would appreciate it if you would talk to her and tell her to stop. This is completely disrespectful. Destiny, you know everything I've been through with this. This girl you like is now beating down the girl you used to love. Please make this stop. Well, I mean, Dana was very against not even being civil with Amberlynn when me and her we weren't even dating yet. We were just talking.
I wish that had continued. I feel like Ambi really needed an opponent, a rival. Dana was the perfect character.
And had gone on like a date. And then we hung out at her house, and she was just very against Amberlynn. Like, she didn't want anything to do with her. She didn't like nothing. So Amberlynn sent me these screenshots because
Baroki, I see you.
It's a hate group on Facebook, and of course Amberlynn was part of it. She had to be reading about herself.
Of course, always.
Literally, Dana just posted a picture of her and I, and people were just commenting on it, like, how do you deal, and all that. And she was constantly in these Facebook groups. She was constantly on Discord. She was constantly on all that stuff.
Yeah, I know. Especially Kiwi Farms. She drove herself crazy with Kiwi Farms.
Yes, I'd be like, why are you reading that? If it's upsetting you, why are you doing that to yourself?
And again, think about this. This was, 8-9 years ago? Ambi has just never learned. Never learned.
Why are you just continuously reading it?
Just don't engage. Just don't engage.
Just putting
live your life. Main character.
Yourself down, basically.
Yeah. I don't know. She just did it so much to the point that she started letting it control everything that she did. And that's what was going into her videos and stuff, was her trying her hardest to do what she can to change people's minds or to prove somebody wrong in some way, somehow. But we all know that she would just end up messing up in the end anyway, especially if people would say, you're not going to go through on this diet. She's like, yes, I am. And she would literally do it for 5 days and then quit.
Man, are we still in Weight Watchers territory in modern day with Ambi? I think we are.
But I'm getting way off.
I know Ambi had a community tab post or something on Instagram somewhere, saying that she's got a new style of content or whatever coming out from tomorrow, I think, or next week. I'll be really interested in that. Maybe it's Weight Watchers again. Who knows? That could be fun. Monday, Wednesday, Friday uploads. 1 what I eat in a day, 1 weekly vlog, and 1 Q&A, sit down, whatever. Can't wait.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. The diet thing, that's crazy, because when me and her still lived here, before we moved to Kentucky, there was a point where she was trying all these different diets and going on Weight Watchers and all that. And I was like, first of all, Weight Watchers is some kind of subscription. You have to pay for it. I was like, I'm tired of paying for it, and then you don't do it. Or they give you those cheat points to use, if you're out to eat or whatever, and she'd use all of them the first day. And I'm like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. Ambi doesn't have a great history with the bonus point concept of Weight Watchers. I get, what was it? It was I get 75 points a day, and then I get an extra 40 points a week. And yesterday, I ate 112 points, which was my daily allocation plus the week's bonus points. And that's fine. It just means I can't overeat today.
It's just pointless. And then
oh, God.
She'd be like, well, I want to do this kind of diet. And we'd go to the grocery store and spend all this money on groceries and then go out to eat.
Yeah, and then that food would rot.
Literally, I was like, you need to, we didn't make very good money. I don't know how we really survived at that apartment. I don't know. She managed the money, I don't know how she managed the money, but she did. And I was like, you need to pick groceries or going out to eat. Like, it doesn't matter who did one, but we can't do both. Not with the amount of money we were making. I was like, it's just not going to work out that way. And
right.
then it would just be like, well, I really need to go on a diet. And I'm like, I'm not against you going on a diet. Do what you need to do, but you can't decide to go on this diet and then us leave Walmart and go to like Denny's. We were regulars at Denny's for so long.
Really?
We ate there like every night for so long.
Nostalgic Ambi content does make me want to visit a Denny's one day.
It was ridiculous.
I can kind of see that though, because that became Cheesecake Factory whenever we moved to Lexington.
And that's
moving?
so expensive to keep on doing.
Probably goes quick.
Really was.
That's god awful. I mean, we had like, we'd walk in and they'd be like chit-chatting us up, and we had our spot like that they kept for us. Like, it was
VIP table at a Denny's. How fun!
It was an every night thing. Shameless now.
Yeah, what was the whole Shameless now thing?
Because we had started watching Shameless together like right before Christmas. No, we started watching it Black Friday.
Talking about TV shows, we're watching chat. I just started watching season 3 of The Wheel of Time. You know me, I'm a big fantasy girly. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Because we went to
I'm not like I'm not a book purist. I have a lot of lot of thoughts and opinions always. I sometimes play with I've been watching Rings of Power as well, and I play this really fun game called Who's the Worst Elf. It's basically me picking the worst character of that episode. Now playing Who's the Worst Hobbit with The Wheel of Time, which I think is funny because there are no hobbits in the world of The Wheel of Time. But there is no worst hobbit. I mean, I guess Matt is the worst hobbit, but that's just a character flaw, not because like they're a bad actor or anything.
Lexington to Black Friday shop, and we went to Denny's because we hadn't been to a Denny's in a while, and that was
also just finished watching episode 2 of season 3 of The Wheel of Time. Rosalind Pike, that's her name, Rosalind Pike, right? When they're climbing the not Dragon Spire, what's it called? The mountains, going over to the waste. Rosalind just said, no, I'm not wearing that costume today. I've got a lovely linen shirt and a big hat in my trailer. I'm just going to wear that. It's very fun. Also, costume design on that show. So good.
Whatever. And the waitress was telling us about Shameless. She couldn't remember the name of the show being Shameless.
Did I say Rosalind? Rosamund, sorry.
So she was just telling us all the kooky things that happened in it. So we were like just really into watching it. And that was basically when she would say that, it was because she was upstairs or downstairs watching TV, and I was either opposite of her and she'd want to watch it.
Oh, Star, it's so good. Episode 1 is wonderful.
So, okay, this is the juicy stuff that I had no idea about, dude. Had no idea.
Drama.
Oh my gosh, yes. I don't remember how she met these people, for one. And I don't know if I know that that's their names, but like, I mean, I don't know. She was talking to a girl named, and then another person. I don't remember like their pronouns or anything. They just went by. That's all I know. But okay, so I don't know if she was in a relationship with anybody or if she was single or like what was going on with that. I just know that like they talked a lot, and this was after me and her broke up. Like this was very quickly after me and her broke up, so that's why I didn't understand.
Okay, so Ambi has a history of jumping on the apps and finding strangers to talk to. Got it. Dumb Not Dumber, thank you for the super chat, honey. Dumb says, is it just me or does anyone wish they would explain how the washcloths were used? That's too much information. I don't need smells. I don't need like textures. I don't need any of that. No.
Why, when I did go out hang out with Dana, like what was the big deal? Why weren't you talking to one of these people? Because she was talking to these people right after we broke up.
Of course, I mean that's just what she does.
I don't think Beck will talk about that specifically. I think that just the mention of the care was probably enough to cement the visual in everyone's mind.
That's what makes me like she's talking to people behind our backs anyway. Is what she was doing.
Oh yeah. Like I don't remember like how they met or like really anything about her. I just remember that she was talking to this person. But this is juicy. Okay. Was married. And also in a relationship with like an older woman. Like I remember Amber Lynn telling me that it was technically like a grandparent person. Like I said.
Amberlynn needs to live in reality and stop like talking to people in her real life about strangers she's met on an app. It's so bizarre.
I don't remember their pronouns. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, how old is this person? And she was like, I think, they're only like 32 or, something. Like, they were in their early 30s. So I was like, well, how are they already a grandparent? Like, that's very, like, early.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, their wife is, like, I think she said that they were in their 50s or something. And it was, like, her kids from a previous marriage.
Oh, okay.
Morning, Ennis.
And they had grandchildren together. And I was like, well, why is this person talking to you if they're married? Like...
Wait, so were they talking?
Also, why are you talking to them? If someone says that they're married and you've found them on, like, a dating app or something, like, why is that conversation continuing from Ambi perpetually hunting for her next partner? I said hunting.
That?
Yes.
No way.
Oh, yeah. And, like, I want to say, lived in, like, Arkansas or Texas or something. I don't know where lived. But I remember her saying something about, like, wanted to leave their wife, wanted to be away from it.
That doesn't scream healthy, like, relationship dynamic, by the way. That's just not... You're not going to get off on a good foot there.
But, like, did it?
Or ankle.
And at the same time, like, it was like they were too chicken to go through with it.
Morning, Tina.
Like, there was too much invested, probably, which it sounds like there was. And I was like, if I were you, I wouldn't get in that mess, because that just sounds like a big mess.
Agreed.
Like, you're just this other woman to this married person. Like, leave that alone.
Right.
And, like, she didn't. And I know that they were having, like, phone stuff.
Okay, Ambi... Can someone please tell Ambi that, like, porn text is just... What are you doing? What are you doing, Ambi? Because one day you're going to have porn text with the wrong person, and then that's, like... We don't need to do that. Nuh-uh. Not in 2025, not in 2019, whatever. Let's, like, grow up.
I know they were doing that, and she was doing that with... Like...
Oh my god.
I don't know why she was trying to talk to Casey. That was weird. Like,
So
I don't
she
know
was trying
why.
to talk to Casey during this. She was also talking to, and married.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And we were broken up, and you see the way she was still treating me.
She seems to do it with everyone. She does.
And
That's
I don't know
so
why
crazy.
I don't know why she was trying to talk to
She was
Casey.
out there making crumble videos and God knows what.
Like, at all. Because this was right after all that stuff happened with Casey. So, like, I don't know
why would she be asking Casey won't talk to me anymore? Because you just accused him of something awful?
Yeah. And all that boiled down to was that she used the wrong word.
I know, it absolutely breaks my heart because that could have potentially ruined everything for him forever.
I mean,
Has Ambi said she's used the wrong word about Mr. Snowflake yet? Or has that gone? Has that been swept under the rug? I've got my judge's outfit, like, on standby.
Someone can Google your name and
Probably need to steam it, but still.
put in for a job. And someone could have easily seen that, connected to him.
Right.
And been like, dude, there's all this stuff about you on the internet. I don't know if I want my company to be a part of what you got going on.
Yeah, exactly. It's very detrimental to someone, and he's in a good place, but, it could have really been potentially bad, and she just doesn't care about that.
No. She wanted the attention for the video.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, she hasn't said anything yet, Elia? Okay. Surprised no one brought it up in the live stream, actually.
In the video.
I just feel like it was so manipulative.
Literally.
Manipulative and, I don't know, just very disgusting. And it makes me sick to my stomach that...
Judge's outfit with the bangs. I'm going to need to get some silver bangs. Oh, that's such a good idea.
Even was a part of this. Like, I was even with this person who was capable of being like that.
Right? Like, I never watched, like, from the time we got together, or, like, even when we were talking, like, before we have physically met. I never watched her videos. Like, when me and her first started talking, she didn't even tell me she had a YouTube channel. Like, I don't remember how I stumbled upon it. I want to say she had posted something on Instagram, and I was like, she posts YouTube videos. And, I mean, she wasn't very big yet. But when I saw them, I said something about it to her, and she was like, oh, my gosh, don't watch my videos. I was like, why? And, I mean, it was, like, those early on videos where they weren't very interesting anyway, so it was like I didn't really want to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, Ambi's early content was relatively bland, and I'm not saying that Ambi's modern content is not bland. There are moments. Yeah, I mean, she didn't really kick off until midway through the Destiny era.
Right.
But it was like, okay, you know, like, if you don't want me to watch them, I'm not gonna watch them. And then, like, when we got together and she was like posting more and more, I still never watched them just because like I was living it. So like, why did I need to watch what you did? I know what you did today.
Right.
So I never watched them, and then I never knew when she was filming. I never knew like what she was filming. I didn't know what she was gonna edit out. Like, I knew nothing.
Right.
And
Me
then,
either. I get it.
like, because she was doing that, I didn't know what was being posted because I also wasn't watching it. So it was like a lot of the videos she posted of me where it's like very controversial for me, I didn't know she was gonna leave that stuff in there, or you know, like I just didn't know.
Right.
That it was even going to be like posted on the internet. Like there was no forewarning that like, hey, I'm recording you. It's going to go live, basically.
Right, and that was just a big invasion of your privacy anyway.
Let's see. Me and are bad. Ugh. Casey,
I do think in the general scheme of things, if you are dating someone who makes vlogs for YouTube content, that perhaps something may have come to the front of the mind to say, I wonder what of what I'm saying is actually being recorded and used in vlogs. I mean, they may have assumed that Ambi wouldn't have kept in things that were extremely problematic or unflattering, but she didn't really seem to care.
Won't talk to me anymore.
What?
I just have no one.
Yes, you do.
Who?
Me and Dana.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm crying because I feel so shitty.
Don't.
And maybe you should. WTF.
And you're just like, WTF. You really
No
probably
one
didn't, did you?
Huh?
You probably didn't truly give too much of a crap, did you?
Judy says, I just got here. I'm so behind on Ambi. Who's Dalton? Dalton was an individual who... I don't know if they I can't remember if they reached out to Ambi, slid into her DMs. I don't know what it was, but Ambi decided to have phone text with a guy named Dalton and then share all of that information, including screenshots of their conversation and videos of Dalton speaking to Ambi. Ambi shared that with Alexis, and then Alexis put it all on the internet. That's how we know all of that happened.
No, like, I'm like, why are you telling me your business? Like,
Because
I
she
don't
wanted
know.
you to care, Destiny.
Hey, Bryn.
Clearly. No one wants me. I'm so tired of getting hurt.
You'll find someone.
And then these were screenshots with me and you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Honestly,
Because...
I wasn't being very honest to you either. Like, I wasn't that excited to meet her. I was just like...
They reached out? Right. Yeah, no, I thought so.
It was fun
They were big on the Hugh Cows.
have somebody to talk to, but she was really trying to push things so quick.
She does. Like...
That's fair, Lottie. And remembering as well that these people were obviously, like all of us obviously were younger, unless we're time travelers. We're younger. So I guess that consciousness and awareness of what is being put on the internet may have been a lot lesser then.
Me and her first started talking, like, she immediately wanted to be, like, on FaceTime.
And I'm sure both Beck and Destiny just trusted Ambi to, like, not put literally every butt crack and unflattering angle into the vlogs. But, I mean, it's Ambi.
And, like, just phone calls all the time. And... I mean, when we first started talking, I was still in a relationship, so I was like, I can't be doing all that. Like, I don't want to do all that. I didn't really know her. Like, we weren't talking like that yet.
Right.
And, like, it slowly became that on my part. That was my bad. But, and then it was like...
Right, but she was probably still inserting herself a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't she?
Oh, yeah. And then once I broke up with the girl I was with, it was like we constantly had to be on, like, FaceTime or whatever. Like, I didn't even have an iPhone when me and her got together. It was one of the Samsung phones, and... She was like, you really need to get an iPhone. I was like, well, I can't just go get an iPhone or whatever. So to get her to shut up about it, I switched phones with my stepbrother. He had an iPhone 5. Me and him switched phones, so that way I didn't have to hear about it anymore.
Oh, back then, did they have the, like, find my iPhone? I bet Ambi was tracking Destiny via that.
Because at that point, me and her had been FaceTiming on my iPod.
But it had to be FaceTime. Couldn't just call on the phone.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
It was dumb.
Oh my god. But like literally she would want to do that with me and I just wasn't about that. So I would just be like, oh, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. And then I would still actually just sit up and...
I mean, she was big on Life 360 when she found out that existed. So I have no doubt that Ambi found a way to track both Beck and Destiny, and probably everyone she was speaking with. What a weirdo.
Like, watch TV for a little bit longer. Like, I wasn't in the mood to talk to her. I wasn't feeling that way. We weren't dating, but she felt like because we were talking that she needed to talk to me all the freaking time when I wasn't working.
And that's the thing that still hasn't changed with Ambi. Ambi makes vlogs with an earbud in because she's on a FaceTime call with her next caretaker.
And I just wasn't about that.
Crazy behavior. Oh my god. How do you change so little over like 9 years?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, did you zoom in on them? Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. People are nuts. Don't talk bad about me. WTF? Like, what? You're supposed to say that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Did she
I don't even
send
know
you
how I
those?
was. Yeah. I sent her the screenshots because I don't remember why, but she had told me to text you. And I mean, it was dumb.
Why did
like,
she
I don't
want
even
you to
know how
text me?
I don't remember. Like, I remember her telling me to save your number because that was when I was like supposed to take her to meet you. And
What does that say? Amberlynn's Bootha? What's that word at the top there?
I think she just wanted to make sure we had each other's number, like, for that purpose. But I don't remember why she told me to text you.
Lottie has a note saying iPhones had read receipts for messages back then, but Android didn't. So even without tracking, I imagine Ambi wanted read receipts on and would monitor. Oh my god, you're so right. Ew, 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 ew.
Probably to see what I would say to you, so you would
Ew.
show it to her.
Maybe.
If that makes sense.
Boothang. Okay. I thought it was like booty brigade. I don't know.
I love how you said, I'm not going to sugarcoat Amberlynn, though. She's definitely a bird of a different feather. You'll see. You were trying to tell me.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the part that she was talking about. Like, don't talk bad about me.
She probably absolutely hated that you said, but she has her own demons to battle. And they cause issues. She probably hated that.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Who is that?
Oh, my God.
I can, like, barely read it.
All right, I'll read it. She said, be honest, okay? And don't try to spare my feelings, LOL. And I said, okay. She said, do you have any sort of feelings for me yet?
Oh my god, just so exhausting.
Oh my god. I was like, I enjoyed talking to you a lot, but if you mean like falling in love, then no. Not yet. But that would come after dates and spending time together, not just phone convos or texts.
They hadn't even met yet. Oh my god. You find a stranger on an app, you get their phone number, and like a week later you're asking, so what are we? Where is this going? What are you doing? That's so bizarre. Kelsey, thank you for the super chat. Not you love me yet. Sorry, Pooky. Kelsey, thank you for the super chat. Love. Kelsey says, I just got back from my fancy Pride and Prejudice ball. Ooh, I'll finish the stream and then start over. Love from Canada. Love right back, honey. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Thank you for the support. That sounds fun.
She's like, no, I don't mean falling in love. Yes, she did. But okay, I was just wondering. And I'm like, if you mean, do I like you? Then yes, I do. I don't want you to talk to anybody else. I'm like, are you trying to see so you can move on to somebody already? Like, we're just hanging out. We literally just started talking. I think this had to have been like within the first.
It was before y'all physically met.
Yeah, it was before we physically met.
If Beck says in the first like week, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Because that's what I just said, not just phone combos or texts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I was like, if you mean, do I like you? Then yes, I don't want you to see anybody else. So she's like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Sasha, agreed.
Why did she ask you why so awkward?
I don't know where I was. Like, it was 9:30 at night. Why did she video call me for 1 minute and then an hour later say, hey, and then I missed one? And then where are you? I don't know. Like, I don't know what day of the week that was, but I feel like I would have been at, like, work, or maybe we were, like, in the car, and I probably answered it and was, like, you know, not really trying to talk to her.
The thing I need to pick everybody's brain about. So Amberlynn would often triangulate an individual down and then literally move in with them or have them moved in pretty much within the month, right? Like, it happened, I think it happened with Destiny. I'm pretty sure it happened with Beck. Maybe not 1 month, maybe 3 months. Definitely happened with, like, Wifey, slash Feline, slash Jade, slash whatever name you want to go with. I think Ambi's approach really hasn't changed over the last 9 years, which is insane behavior. It is bonkers bananas. Because when you think about the situation with with Slommy, Ambi literally packed up her life, being her pets, and went for an extended holiday to live with Slommy for 3 months. That was Ambi trying to move in. That's what that was. I don't know why it lasted so long. Maybe Slommy was like trying to keep the relationship, but it seemed like everybody was miserable. Crazy behavior. Crazy.
That was probably with Dana.
Yeah. All right, so what about this one?
I did still live there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I don't think Ambi had any intention to come back to Oklahoma. I think that she was essentially trying to move into Wisconsin and then, like, because we had a conversation about the lease in Oklahoma and how it's more than likely month to month at this point. So all Ambi really needed to do was ask Mama Lynn to, like, get rid of all of her stuff, and then she would have just ended the lease and been in Slommy's house.
Dana, we went to go to my cousin's wedding in Tennessee, and that was also the weekend that was the first weekend we got stuck with. Like, there was stuff went down, and we had to take her with us.
Right.
And I don't know about the shrimp thing. I know it's expensive or whatever. I don't know like what that is, but I think really what she was trying to do was like be nosy and see like if anyone was talking about her while I was visiting family in Tennessee. I literally think that's what it was. Like, nobody had any questions about her. Nobody asked about her. Like, I mean, it wasn't like too many family members from Florida anyway. Like, it was me and my mom, and then Dana, and then my brother and his girlfriend, and then it was just my grandma and my sister that came up from Florida, and my sister's boyfriend. Like, I don't know. It was weird.
I feel like she was just wanting to know if your sister, her boyfriend, or any of them had asked about her.
Oh, yeah. And why would I tell her that? And then people posting our address on YouNow, like, I mean, this was probably around the point where there was someone that kept ordering pizza to our apartment. And they would try to deliver it, and she was like, I didn't order this pizza. So she ended up calling I think it was a Domino's. She ended up calling them and basically told them that unless she physically phone calls that in, or if one gets called to our address, to call her to confirm if it was actually being called in. That doesn't scare you anymore? Since you don't live here anymore, it doesn't mean anything to you. See, I don't know why she said that, because I did still live there. I didn't, like, move out till, like, May.
Crazy.
Right, and it's like, she probably was saying that because you weren't there all the time.
No, she had got mad at me because I want to say, like, right after me and Dana officially started dating, I took some clothes over there and I took some, like, toiletries over there. It was because, like, I was spending the night there a lot. Like, I didn't understand what the
that must have pissed Ambi off, you not sleeping in the same bed.
problem was. And she was like, are you moving out? I was like, I mean, not officially, no. And I didn't for a while.
Right. I get it, because I also didn't move out right away, but I wasn't really staying there. But my stuff was still there.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be there with you if I don't have to be.
Yeah. Well, I remember you left some stuff there, but that was just because, like, when you came, you usually were there for, like, a weekend or whatever, because it was a long drive for you.
Well, I would come up there, and I would just get what I could get, and I would stay for, like, a night, and then I would just get up and leave the next day, and it's like, I just did not want to be there any longer than I had to be.
Oh, yeah. And I remember when she told me for the first time you were, like, coming to stay at the apartment, that's when she starts, like, you'll see it in the messages, too, when she starts freaking out about how she wants to keep the apartment clean and all that, and she was not walking the dog like she was not walking Twinkie like she was supposed to.
Rude.
She was like, she had
such a different person now, though. She walks for miles, right?
The cat still, like, I hadn't taken Jax with me yet, and Jax, I don't know, like, what happened, but whenever we moved into the apartment, he just got to where basically he would use the litter box.
Oh, Travis, 100%.
Once, and then he just assumed the whole thing was dirty and would go where he wanted to go. You know, like, so you had to constantly keep it clean. Like, I tried different litter boxes. I tried, like, the weird pellet kind of litter even. Like, I tried so many things to get him to stop doing that, because he was always
a picky guy.
Oh my God, it was awful. He would always go in, like, laundry piles. Like, if there was clothes anywhere, he would always try to go in those. He went on the bed a lot. And, like, even Wasabi got to where he did that because when we were in the apartment here, our roommate, I had planned on taking one of our hall closet doors off because that's where his litter box was. That way it wouldn't get accidentally closed. And of course, like, we went and stayed at my dad's for the weekend. And when I came back home, it had got closed anyway, even though we warned her like a billion times that it does not need to be closed. It still got closed, and he like pooped all over that red couch that we had.
Oh, not the red couch. Poor Wasabi.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. It took me so long to get it like clean, and it didn't smell like cat pee and just like poop, like it stank. And
what about the seashells in the sink though?
I finally got it clean, and that's when I was like, okay, this door's got to go. And
Do you feel like your roommate had done that on purpose?
I don't think she did it on purpose. I really just think she wasn't paying attention, or like if she had anybody with her, like I don't know if she brought like Libby with her or like her boyfriend or like anybody, like I don't know, and they could have just done it and she just didn't notice. Especially like if she didn't even come in the house, like she could have easily sent Libby or her boyfriend in to grab whatever she needed and then dipped.
Yeah.
So I mean I don't know, but she's also the reason my cat got out. So I mean I really don't know.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I know.
Dude, you have no idea how freaking sad I am over Rarity.
Dude, that's so messed up. Like,
she was such a good little baby.
You just gave up on her, though. Why would you just give up on her?
Well, obviously, for one, we know that she couldn't have ran after her, but still, she just didn't even. She just went back to Oklahoma and just didn't care.
Literally, like, and I mean, I forget where it was that they were, but wasn't it like snowing?
Wisconsin. Yeah.
I think so. But it was like far from where Amber lives.
I want to say it was like.
I mean, Holly, I'm part of that tinfoil hat brigade for sure. Because if like it's terrible to propose the question, but we do watch a lot of Amberlynn Reid, and we do see with our eyes and hear with our ears. And would it shock anyone to learn that Amby purposefully let out a cat so that Amby could stay with her feeder girlfriend for longer instead of having to pack up and return home to Oklahoma, failing in her mission to move in? I mean, I wouldn't put it past Amby. I'm not telling you what to think, but
Idaho.
It just wouldn't surprise me.
Like Minnesota? Was it Minnesota?
Minnesota, Idaho, Arkansas, one of those.
I don't remember. But like it had to be snowing up there.
Right. It's so terrifying and heartbreaking, and it's like she doesn't even talk about it.
And I just don't understand how you think it's a good idea to drive 19 hours across the country and not have your pets chipped. Like I get that the Wasabi and Rarity didn't like wearing collars and they were inside cats, and I get that, but like how do you think it's a good idea to pick up 3 animals that have lived in the same space and with you for a long time and to road trip across the country and think, oh yeah, they'll be fine, they don't need a collar or a chip, they'll be fine, whatever, not a problem
anymore.
Yeah, she's just avoiding the whole thing. Yeah. And when something happened to Jax, I never heard the end of that. Like anytime we hung out, she always had to mention something about Jax.
Yeah, couldn't let you live it down.
Like an Apple AirTag or something, I don't know.
My mom loved having him. She got mice really bad where they were out there in the middle of nowhere, and he kept them away.
He was a good cat.
He was a very good cat. It was your turn.
Seriously, it's been out for a while now, and you're right.
Right about what?
Amberlynn. It's been outlet for a while. I don't think you meant out. Like it's not making any difference. You're fine.
I'm still scared though. My aunt was in my U now.
For real?
Was this the aunt who didn't like Amby because she was fat? That was Amby's story.
was trying to do the trash and Rarity got out.
Oh, so this is a really great example because I saw this one like screenshot and discuss. A really good example of Rarity getting out of the house previously. This was in 2017. So again, it's not like Amby didn't have these animals for a hot minute and was making 6 figures like pretty consistently.
He was outside for like 20 minutes in the pitch dark. I ended up getting her, but it's impossible to do the trash by yourself, so I didn't get it done. If it was just 1 bag, I could do it, but it's like 12 and I'm super overwhelmed.
Past Amby, take 1 bag at a time, dear. It's okay. You got a lot of rubbish to move out? That's fine. That's not a problem. Just one bag at a time.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, why do you have 12 bags of trash? One bag at a time. It's fine.
Was she expecting you to come out there and do it?
I think this is when she was preparing for you to come visit. And when
Man, 12 bags of trash is like foodie level of trash.
me and Dana would go over there to, like, because this whole thing's on Sunday where she wanted to go and do her things. I was like, fine, we can do these things on Sunday, but Dana's going to come with us. And, I mean, that made her mad. But I was like, if you want me to take you to do these things, that's just how it's going to be. That's just what it's going to be. And I want to say that it had been a little while since we had done that because we had gotten busy. And
also, not your responsibility to take Ambi's trash out. My God.
She was like, I want to make sure, the apartment's all together. And she was getting a lot of takeout food because she didn't drive. She didn't have a car. So she always had food delivered. And even though on Sundays, that was one of the
well, she has now, Lottie.
main things she made me take her to do was grocery shop. And she wouldn't grocery shop for more than a week at a time. Like, I was like, why do I have to take you every Sunday to grocery shop and then do all these other little things that you want to do?
I mean, that's a good point, Ambi.
Grocery shop for like 2 weeks at a time at least. No, it worked like that for me. And then I was like, also, why am I taking you grocery shopping when you're clearly just ordering out to eat anyway?
Right. And I mean, she was having you do this 4 times a month.
Well, because she wanted to go touch things in Target. You know, Ambi.
Every Sunday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could see doing it once or twice a month, but not 4 times a month.
And me and her would argue every time about, you really need to start grocery shopping more of ahead of time. But no, she only wanted to do it for like a week at a time.
Yeah. And
then, like I said, just ended up throwing most of it away because, she always bought like produce and stuff and then not eating it.
Yeah,
and,
I witnessed that.
But there was, like, when we would go over there on Sundays to do those things with her, like, it would just be trashed. Like, all the takeout stuff would be everywhere. She wasn't walking Twinkie, so Twinkie's stuff was everywhere.
Ew! Oh, poor Twonk.
The cats, everything would need to be done for the cats. She was just letting it go to crap. Unless...
Literally.
She thought you were coming over or what have you. Like, I mean, Dana saw all that. She wasn't afraid to show Dana all that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
She wasn't embarrassed.
I literally had no idea until I saw how the guest room got, how she let it get.
Yes.
And that's when I was like, oh my God.
And that was part of the reason I wanted to stay with Dana.
It's so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I just don't understand. I get, like, life's a struggle and things happen. And I understand asking for help, but, like, this isn't, like, no, ew, Ambi, God.
The time is because I didn't want to sleep in the bed with her anymore.
The whole, like, 12 bags of garbage thing is really quite, like, just take it one bag at a time. It's fine. Do 12 trips. No problem.
But it was like I didn't have a choice because if I slept in the guest room, it would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Like,
the
I'd have
box
to do
was
it,
in there,
like,
and it wasn't.
Also, if you have pets, they're your responsibility. Like, if they're taking dumps in your house, clean up.
Clean. She wasn't doing anything about it.
You can't train Twonk to, like, rub up on a washcloth.
And we had like 3 litter boxes. We had 1 downstairs and 2 upstairs.
I can't remember, had she even took care of the ones downstairs, or did you have to do that too?
We only had the 1 downstairs, and that was in case they shouldn't have got locked out of the room because one of the litter boxes was in the hallway. So, or like, like at the top of the stairs where it wasn't really a hallway, but
Right. Yeah, that
was
little
one
area.
there that had like that secret end table thing. And then there was one in our bathroom, but she moved it to the guest room. She should have been taking care of it. But when
Hard agree, by the way.
I was coming over, I was doing it because I would be trying to clean up so I didn't have to sleep in the same room as her. But it would end up being so nasty sometimes. It was like if I did need to stay at my own house, I'd have to still sleep in the bed with her. And that wasn't flying with Dana. And I mean, I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either. Absolutely not.
So that's why I ended up staying with Dana more than anything. And that's probably why she's assuming I like moved out. But it was because I was barely staying home because who wants to stay home with that?
Right, exactly. And it's like, also, dude, if you and Dana were, dating and together at that point, it would have been wrong for you to still have slept in the bed with Amber. And for her to even ask that of you is so wrong.
Yeah.
I just think it's bizarre to ask your ex to sleep in the same bed because you've got separation issues. Like, girl.
And she would all the time. That's why. And then, like, when I did plan on spending the night at my own house, Dana would just come with me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And that's when I started keeping the guest room cleaner. But then when we started, like, when we got and stuff and started keeping her all the time, I wasn't staying there very often either because of that. Like I wasn't bringing her over and all that.
Yeah, get a teddy bear, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, that person was an avid watcher of Amberlynn, but she also was attempting to do like her own YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with her. Like me and her pretty much sat next to each other every day at work. Like not intentionally even. We were like put into teams at work, and she was on my team, and she just kind of sat next to me. And I always thought it was kind of weird because like I knew she knew who I was, but like she never really tried to talk to me. So I just started talking to her because I knew, because Dana had told me, because Dana had went to like high school with her, and like it took me a minute to realize even who that was when I read these screenshots, like, or when I was reading them and screenshotting. I was like, who was that? And like I like slowly remembered it because it was like very insignificant, but she made a big deal about it, as you can see. You or Dana told blank about me saying that her eyelash was coming off in her snap. Why would you do that? Like
Okay, pettiness.
I try so hard to be cool with you guys and help you when you need it, buying you food, gonna pay for Cheesecake Factory, and help you when you needed your electricity on, etc.
Wow, holding financial like favor over people. That doesn't sound like Amberlynn Reid at all. At all.
I was thinking about that too. You know how she would hold this stuff over everybody's heads anytime she would do something for them. But most of the time, it was her being like, I want to go out to eat. I want to go out to eat. And everybody else would be like, we don't have the money. And she'd be like, but I'll pay for it. Don't worry. Make everybody go out to eat, but then hold it over your head later.
I don't know what she was meaning.
Very Amberlynn coded.
Meaning by help with our electricity, because the electricity at our house was weird. It was like prepaid. I don't know if you've ever dealt with prepaid electricity, but basically you can only use what you put on the books. Like you put $20, you're gonna get $20 worth of electricity.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like, is that really popular in? Is it the UK? Is it the UK?
Sister has that.
You like load up a SIM card or something? Is that the UK?
It was so weird, and like I remember like the first time I hung out with Dana, she was saying something about her electricity, and I was like, well, here's $20. Like, how do you do that? Like, I didn't understand it, and she was like, I can't use cash. Like, I'd have to go like 30 minutes away to the office to pay cash. I was like, oh, okay, well, just keep the $20. It's whatever. But so, like, I don't understand how she helped with the electricity. Like, I don't remember.
Oh, is it in Tasmania, Ren? Oh. Popular in Tasmania and the UK. Wow, that's interesting. I don't know. That's interesting as to Tassie, why it would be down there. Interesting.
Her for that. I don't remember us, like, needing that. Because when I started living there, which I don't
You've never heard of that? No, it's an actual thing. It's an actual thing. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's got something to do with, like, getting the money up front for, like, power providers. I don't know. I would love to know the history.
I was living there yet. But when I started staying there all the time, I put my card on there, and I was putting, like, every time we were getting paid, like, $100 on it. And
yeah,
like,
I can only remember it because I think I was in London at some point in time. I remember walking past like what looked like a power box or something somewhere we were staying, and it had like a little like SIM card and antenna in it, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
It actually like built up. It wasn't getting all.
It wasn't even an antenna. I think it just like read the. I can't remember.
So like I don't know. And it's like, what did I do to constantly deserve people always talking about me and making me seem like some horrible person when I'm not? When I tell you to in confidence, what I tell you to in confidence is purely just for you guys' ears and not everyone else's. I respect you too and really wish y'all would respect me as well. What is that? Like, who cares that you told someone that their eyelash was coming off?
I know, she just got so upset about it.
I mean, I would want to know if my eyelash was coming off.
Oh my god, we were living for the way you were being, dude. Like, you were like, I told her, LOL.
Wow, what the fuck, Destiny? That's seriously not okay. She posted a status about me.
I didn't think she would get mad. She laughed and said that she wrote that on Snap. WTF.
It's really not funny at all. Look at her Facebook.
This is so dumb.
That's dumb, though.
I don't remember what she posted. Like, I feel like it was something very dramatic. And it was nothing to do with her.
It was probably so vague, anyway.
Yeah.
But of course,
Ambi fighting. Sorry, vague booking.
You know, she's got to make everything about herself.
Have fun.
Oh yeah.
But that's dumb, though.
I'm pissed.
How do you know that's about you?
Seriously? Okay, Destiny, act dumb. It's about me.
How do you know?
Because you told her.
It doesn't mean it's about you.
Okay, ask her.
Wasn't about you.
She said lies.
I'm hearing a lie.
Yeah. I want to say, like, I know you edited these screenshots, but I want to say in the conversation right before this, she bet me money on it. Like, she bet, like, some kind of crazy thing. Like, I want to say she bet, like, to pay the whole phone bill or something. Like, I want to say she said
Not
something
14,
like that.
Mai.
And I still asked her because, I mean, like I said, I sat next to her every day at work, so, and I'm not afraid to ask nobody nothing. Like, I'm gonna be straight up.
But of course, you know, she just assumed anyway.
Oh yeah, lies.
Nope. She said who it was. She said who it was. Some YouTuber.
You're actually believe this? LOL.
What?
You
See,
actually
this is the type of thing that happens when you don't have a hobby.
believe her? LOL.
When perpetually online is your hobby.
Oh.
This screams like early 2000s, but this was like what, mid 2010s? Okay, we're a little bit behind.
First off, you told her I said something about her eyebrows, and then she posts that. Come on now. Yeah, she said it was about a YouTuber, and guess what? I'm a YouTuber, LOL.
She said the name. I just don't remember. Not everything is about you, you know.
I know, but it was a weird coincidence, and it made me feel really bad. Don't tell people things that I tell you, please.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? Have you decided about tomorrow? I tried calling you earlier.
We won't be able to.
Nope.
Why not?
Phone died.
I need to go grocery shopping.
Okay.
Girl, take your little cart and go grocery shopping.
And tomorrow is Sunday.
So annoying.
We will one of the days I take you out. Can't happen tomorrow. Sorry.
There is a lot I have to get before bed comes, and it's like you don't even care. I have not even gotten my blanket.
Girl.
What does she even mean by that? What blanket?
I don't know. Like, you know how she was. Like, she liked to have the blankets over her, like, to cover herself.
It's really important.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, she had to cover herself all the time so nobody else was looking at her ankles.
I want to say there was a blanket that she saw at Target, but she didn't get it, and she wanted to go again and, like, made up her mind to get it.
Oh my god. Could someone tell her about a taxi?
Oh, so she wanted you to take her to go get it before I came over.
Yeah, and you know where Target is? Lexington.
Mm-hmm. So
Take a cab, bro.
she was expecting you to take her from Berea all the way to Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the date was for this one, but like I said, I didn't move out. I moved out until, like, May.
Right.
I was
So,
just
I mean,
there 90% of the time because of the situation she put me in when I went home, so.
that was still just a lot of back and forth anyway.
Oh, God, yeah.
All right, so where were we? Okay, first of all, I don't have to care. I told you I would help you, and I am. Just because it's not on your time doesn't mean I don't care. Second of all, you've had like literally a month to either order it or take you.
I think
Not
like
my
she
fault.
tried to hit me. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no way this is destiny.
Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, or I take you. Not my fault.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure that was me, but I think I had Dana typing it for me because I was probably driving, because I was always driving, either driving us to work, driving us home from work, or driving all the way out to do something for her.
Right, of course. Like, I know Dana didn't drive yet. She eventually ended up starting.
Bloody, I'm surprised that Ambi hasn't mentioned how many gifts she got Destiny for the Christmas before this.
But she hadn't drove yet.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, of course, she said there's no way this is destiny, because Amber would do the same thing. She would pretend to be me and text other people.
Mm-hmm.
That is bonkers behavior, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
She'd do that to you? Pretend to be you, text other people?
Oh, yeah. She would do that with, like, all kinds of people, like my dad, anybody.
Yeah.
That's insane. What do you
it.
mean you're texting your partner's parent pretending to be them? What do you mean?
A classic
I don't
Amber
need
move.
this conversation. Like,
That's wild. What?
I can't order a blanket when you have no money in the bank. If you have money in there, I'm gonna order some shit and we'll pay you back
Oh my god.
later.
You had your chance to do, so I had no extra money to do that.
On Monday, will you take me to the Social Security place and then get groceries? Because I literally have nothing.
I could try, but most likely Tuesday. What was
Okay,
she
so
need to go to there for?
Okay, so I want to say we were Christmas shopping. It was before we broke up. We were at Walmart, and she was in a scooter, and she was going to park the scooter in the cart thing when we were leaving, and she got all her bags out of her basket, but she left her purse, or no, it was her wallet. She left her wallet in the basket, and we left. And it wasn't until like the next day that she realized it was gone. And it had her social security card in it. It had her ID in it. It had like her debit card in it and all that. So when we tried to go to the bank,
someone should ask about the debit card situation because I still don't understand. Did Ambi have a bank when Ambi was living with Destiny, or did Ambi's like YouTube money just go into Destiny's account? Because this entire conversation up here makes me think that Ambi didn't have a bank account with Destiny. Oh my god, grow up.
bank, they were like, you need an ID to get another debit card. So then it was a matter of getting her an ID, which the ID she had was from Virginia. She never got a Florida ID.
She needed an ID to get another debit card. This is all sounding like Ambi had a bank account.
Like,
it was Destiny's. Oh my god.
A shock.
So then when we we eventually did go to Social Security, but I had been telling her for so long. So what she's meaning by like, because I had no money.
Not Ambi used Destiny's account avoiding taxes, allegedly.
She had my debit card information, and like, unless she got paid from YouTube, she didn't have any money because at this point she had been fired.
Okay, listen to that. Destiny says, unless she got paid by YouTube, she didn't have any money. And she had a job before this. Not a full-time job, mind you, because that was a lie. But, so, whose bank was Ambi's, like, pay going into from the personal care place? And then whose bank was Ambi's YouTube stuff going into? Because Destiny is sounding like it's not going into Destiny's account.
So then when we, we eventually did go to Social Security, but I had been telling her for so long. So what she's meaning by, like, because I had no money, she had my debit card information, and, like, unless she got paid from YouTube, she didn't have any money because at this point she had been fired.
Uh-huh.
I thought she had quit.
Okay, but again, if she's got your debit card information, is it all in the one account or no? I don't know why this is such an important thing to figure out, but I feel like it is.
Quit. I mean, they technically fired her because she quit showing up, but because she quit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Destiny and Abby had a joint account.
But she just didn't go back. All right.
Yeah, she just didn't go back at all. Like, she just gave up on it. And so, like, my money was going in there, and like I said, unless she got paid from, like, YouNow or YouTube, she didn't have any money. So...
But the way Destiny's saying that is not sounding like Ambi's money was going into that account, into a share account. These people and their share accounts, I swear.
And I mean, me and Dana were strapped. Like, I was still paying half the rent at our apartment. I was helping Dana with her rent, and, like, all these other things going on.
That sounds so stressful.
God, it was. And, like, when she would get paid...
Physical checks, but YouTube didn't allow physical checks, did they? YouTube was all digital. Did YouTube send out checks? I'm sure they didn't.
Which you'll see that eventually. When she would get paid...
And YouNow, that surely would have been a digital, like, transfer to some kind of bank account.
YouTube or YouNow, she'd want me to go to the ATM and get all of it out in cash and then bring it to her.
Ah. Again.
Now, she'd want me to would get paid, which you'll see that eventually. When she would get paid from, like, YouTube or YouNow, she'd want me to go to the ATM and get all of it out in cash and then bring it to her.
Every single month.
Yeah. Or I know YouTube's like around like the 21st or whatever, but YouNow was like a different time of the month.
So you'd have to do it more than once?
Yes.
Oh my
All
God,
because she wouldn't go to Social Security and get her stuff fixed.
Okay, so that is sounding like they had a share account.
That is so frustrating.
It really was. Okay, then.
Thumbs.
And then when do you plan on coming over to do the trash? This is the only thing I need help with. Oh, and I need help with hanging paintings. That's it. I did everything else by myself.
One of the days I take you.
I know you don't have to care about me, but I still care about you, and would help you if you needed it. Blank and blank literally won't help me with shit. I feel like I am trapped. It is scary as F.
Because you aren't the responsibility, and you're not mine either.
Nope.
I can't be running you around all the time after this week. I'm done for a while. You'll have to figure it out for yourself.
So you won't be taking me grocery shopping at all after this week? Can you imagine if this was the other way around?
Holy fuck, Ambi, grow up. Wow.
Amber,
wow.
man, you're 26 years old. Act like it.
Good, you tell her.
Oh my god.
And you know how old I was? 20. I couldn't even. No, I was 21. I had just turned 21 though. Yeah, we were 19 when I was 19 when we started talking.
That's a kid. 19 is still a kid. Oh my god.
I do everything for myself. I just don't have a car, Destiny.
You don't fucking do everything for yourself. You were barely washing those face cloths.
What WTF do you expect from me?
Learn how to drive. You don't want to spend that kind.
It wasn't even about learning how to drive. It was like find alternative modes of transport, girl. Like honestly, if you don't drive, why would you continue living in a place where you're so far away from the things that you love? You know what Ambi should have done? When Ambi and Destiny broke up, Ambi should have just gone to find a place to live in Lexington. Like, Lexington seemed to make her happy.
Of money on a car. Your credit is crap. You'll have to buy one flat out or go to some crap hole place that doesn't check credit and get some scrap. My car is fine, but like you said, don't want to do it. That literally offended me.
Yeah, because do you remember that when she was going to buy my car, either for you or for herself or whatever? Because I had got my new car and I was trying to sell my car at first, and then me and Dana wanted to keep it for her to drive, and then I ended up still selling it. But like, still, like, she wanted my car for so long, and then she just like up and changed her mind.
Yeah.
Offended you? WTF? All you ever do is offend me. You're so damn rude to me. Why would I want to buy your car off of you after the way you treat me? What does buying a car have to do with the way I treated you?
Oh, right.
Like literally, like a car is still a car that you obviously need.
Exactly. So do you want the car or not?
I don't understand Ambi's need to, or desire to buy a car when she couldn't drive. None of that makes sense.
All I ever do... Oh, wait. No, I think I skipped some. Oh, wait. No, that was right. All I ever do is stick up for you, give you extra money, and still ignore the fact that you disrespect me constantly.
Disrespect. Good night.
Exactly why I will not buy your car.
Yeah, sure. You gave no craps.
Did you pay the internet bill and electricity?
I think you totally ignored her, didn't you?
Yeah, for a little while.
I don't blame you. Can you stop finding things about? I've already told you about both of those.
The internet stopped working for a minute. That's why I asked. I'm not trying to find things about. Damn.
I think Ambi needed a friend.
Just like, that's what happens to internet, man. That happens sometimes. It cuts in and out.
Oh my god.
It cut out for 2 seconds. Destiny didn't pay she didn't pay.
How'd they miss this part? The lady for rent's dad just died. She said she would let me know when to bring it. What?
The internet bill.
She's just justifying why she wanted to bother me.
Yes, exactly.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
crazy.
I know. I didn't try to screenshot all those poems because
Oh, not the poem, not the erotic symphony. I've already read that one out loud. We're not doing it
they
again.
get a little freaky deaky.
Not my knees buckle.
Let's see. If Beck's family member has her baby this week, we aren't hanging out this weekend. I'm just hoping she doesn't have her baby yet. I'm seriously so effing sad.
Lindsay, lovely to see you today. Hello, thank you for being here for 32 months, honey. Lindsay says, caught up with Beck last night. ALR is a loser. Not wrong.
That is so awful that she was not wanting my great nephew to be born.
Literally, because it was, right?
Yeah.
How long ago that was?
Yeah, that was 2017. He's like about to be 8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
like
freaking crazy.
That's so offensive though. Like, why would you like I don't know how far along she was, but why would you want her to take longer to have a baby? Like, that's miserable.
Because Ambi is selfish.
I know.
And she needs a lift to Target.
He was already overdue anyway.
Oh my god.
She just really didn't
I
care.
hope she doesn't have a baby.
We're skipping that.
I'll be alone this weekend. It's whatever though.
This is her trying to manipulate you.
I can't
Sorry.
imagine what she's saying you if she was saying anything.
I'm sure she was using some manipulation tactics with me as well.
Yeah, like she had to be. Like, because, you know, obviously she was worried about it, and obviously you had told her, hey, I might be having my great nephew this weekend. We might not get to hang out. You know, like, stuff happens and plans can change, but clearly that doesn't
Not for Amberlynn Reid.
apply for her.
No. Her plans cannot ever change.
God no.
Which is wild considering she's got literally nothing going on in her life.
Yep.
Why?
Like, girl, you can reschedule. You've got nothing to do on a Thursday.
Plans with her family.
Maybe bingo.
Why can't you go?
Wasn't invited.
Oh well.
Like, why is that my problem?
Right?
Like, and I mean, it's not my fault you weren't invited. You wouldn't want to go anyway. Like, if you would have been like, hey, you know, I'm having my great nephew this weekend. You want to go to the hospital with me and wait around? No. Because all she would do is sit there next to you and complain and moan and groan and be like, can we go somewhere? There's this around. Let's go there. You know, like, find something else to do that's not what you were there to do.
Exactly. And I mean, we barely knew each other. We'd like known each other for 2 months at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm not going to have you come to the hospital with my family and have you sit there with everybody whenever we haven't even like really been together that long. Like, I think we might have literally just started actually dating in April, if I'm remembering right. I can't exactly remember when our anniversary was.
I can't remember what date we're even like on, like what month we're in. But
yeah, Ambi would not be the type of person to have in a waiting room. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and
she'd get real mad that someone's stealing her thunder.
Another thing is, like, I don't think you guys, like, I know you had hung out for the most part, like a little bit, but I don't think you were even hanging out like a lot yet.
Right? No, we weren't.
I need to give you the money Saturday morning for sure, because hella bills are due. I know we were supposed to hang out the whole weekend, but she has to work tomorrow. Her job effing sucks.
Damn.
I stayed the night at last night, going to again tonight. Hope the cats are okay.
Awesome. They should be.
I made sure to leave food and whatnot. I feel like they are going to go potty on my bed, though.
How long would she leave them alone? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't remember why she was hanging out with them, like, without you.
No, I found that out, and I was just like, this is kind of weird, because I was at work. I didn't know that was happening.
That she was hanging out with your friends?
No, I didn't.
See, I don't know why I thought that you were there, too. So that is weird.
No, she was just hanging out with them without my knowledge.
That's insane.
I don't know, like, I know she would ask me to go, like, check on them if it was, like, more than a couple days or something.
That's just so weird. I just don't know why you would do that in the first place.
I don't know. It's like she wanted them, but she didn't want to be, like, that responsible for them.
Right, and it makes me wonder, does she do that now? I really hope not.
Imagine you start dating someone and a month in they start secretly hanging out with your friends without you knowing. That's not good. That's not good at all.
I want to know if they were actually being taken care of when she was in wherever, like when Rarity went missing. I mean, well, no, she obviously took them with her.
Right, but it's like she had, I don't know if she'd ever done that before. Took her animals anywhere.
Well, it's also like, why did you go visit somebody and expect to stay for that long?
You make a good point, Destiny.
Right.
Like, it's a visit, not a move-in. I think that's maybe what she was expecting.
That might have been what she was hoping. Like, you know, if I bring all my stuff, then maybe she'll let me move in.
I don't know. That whole situation was weird.
I mean, I lived for it. It's such a shame we didn't get to see any of beautiful Wisconsin, but what a time.
Not if the litter box is clean.
It's not, because I haven't been there. I was going to have you stop by and check, but didn't want to bother you.
Won't be that way at all.
True.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
What time are you coming tomorrow?
I drank too much last night, and I don't feel very good. I don't feel up to it today.
That was a lie.
I'm sure it was.
I have never been hungover in my whole life. I've never puked.
Oh, Shiv, you haven't been here? Oh, we're just catching up with this content. Like, this was a discussion between Beck and Destiny from, like, 5 days ago. But there's a link down the bottom if you want to watch it.
I've never, like, woken up, like, nasty, like, nothing. And I mean, I've gotten, like, blackout drunk, and I've never had a hangover. Like,
I kind of get that. I've really not had a hangover either. Like, I would get
one ambrosia salad. Not one trip to a dairy.
Really drunk, but the next morning I'd be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've woken up still a little tipsy, but I've never woken up hungover at all. Like, never.
Yeah.
Can we do it in the blank tomorrow? Can we do it in blank tomorrow?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What? I don't know. What's blacked out?
Oh, where I was from.
Oh. Beck has an appointment for her ankle tomorrow at 8. We can do it afterwards. Oh yeah, that's when you broke your ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Was it dangling?
You stepped in that pothole.
I
Probably
sure
trying
did.
to get a room between you and her.
Not the butt.
'Cause how would you have not noticed a pothole?
Dude, I just was walking in it was a Save-A-Lot parking lot in Eastern Kentucky, and I did not know that hole was there. And I fell and hurt my ankle, and it was messed up forever. And it turns out that my uncle's ex-wife fell in the same parking lot.
Oh my god.
And sued them.
I know that you tried to, but nothing ever came of that, right?
No, I sued them too, and I got a little settlement from it.
Oh, okay.
But that's what paid my doctor bills, my physical therapy stuff, because I had to take like extensive physical therapy.
Yeah, I remember it was messed up for a long time. Was it your driving ankle?
Yeah, it was my right foot.
Oh my gosh!
And
not the driving ankle.
So having to drive on that.
It was. Oh my god, you drove with it.
I had to. I was the one that had to take myself to my appointments and stuff.
Oh my god, I
had nobody else who could.
I broke my
Ambi wasn't helping.
Ankle right before Christmas in 2022. I was literally just walking.
Drankle.
At work. Like I had walked, like I work at, so I walked from my desk to the nurse's station, and someone had brought a Starbucks. I literally just grabbed my Frappuccino and was walking back to my desk, and my ankle just literally went, like, made a loud popping sound, and I just was on the ground. Like, I didn't even abruptly fall. Like, I didn't even spill my drink. It just...
What?
It just did it. I don't know what it was. And then, like, I didn't even believe it was broken. And I had...
Saying that's true. If Chantal went to Wisconsin, we would be visiting many a dairy.
I work for, come look at it, and he was like, well, can you stand on it? And, I mean, I got up, and I was like, it's a little, like, tender. And I didn't put, like, full weight on it or anything because it was so tender. I was like, it'll be okay. Like, it wasn't even swollen or anything yet. I was like, I'm not worried about it. You know, I probably just, like, twisted it, whatever. Well, then a couple hours go by.
Gator, thank you for being here for 5 months, honey. Gator says, Amber just wanted the part of Destiny's Symphony.
And I, like, looked down at it.
Not to be part of Destiny's Symphony.
Because I didn't elevate it or anything. I just was like, it's whatever. Because it didn't really hurt. That was the thing. Like, it didn't really hurt, like, in the couple of hours I was sitting there. It had swollen up so huge. I was like, oh my gosh. And my coworker, who's like one of my really good friends that I've known for a long time.
There's so many busted ankles, Mai.
She went and got me it's an ice pack that like has straps on it so that you can strap it to your ankle. And I put it on there, and I had one of the look at it. She was like, I think you definitely should get an x-ray. I was like, okay, but I don't have insurance right now. Like, I'm not that worried about it. I'm not trying to go spend forever at the ER. So I didn't drive because it was my driving ankle. And the girl I was just talking about, she drove me home.
Bonding over terrible exes and driving ankle.
And my stepmom made me go to the ER. She drove me. And they were like, yeah, clean break.
Oh my god, dude. How does that even happen? No, I only go to that one and Blake, just leave me alone. You were like, just leave me alone. And of course you didn't say anything to that.
You don't have to just go to the one in blank, though. It can be any. I'm trying to make things easier for you.
I don't care, Amberlynn. Holy, quit caring about yourself for 1 minute. I don't feel good today. I'll do it next time you are home.
I love that.
I never care about myself. That's the problem.
Fuck off, Amberlynn.
Yeah, okay. Nothing with you is easy, by the way. You've always got to be complicated. I'm tired of dealing with you.
I never care about myself.
I'm sorry.
No, like, for real. That's so true, though.
Not trying to be complicated. If I could do it by myself, I would have already had done it. I only ask for help when I truly need it now. Other than that, I try not to bother you. Yet I gave you $20 for your birthday. I'm not that bad, Destiny.
Oh my god, fuck off. She's exhausting.
Yeah, I gave you $20 for your birthday. See, she held it over your head.
$20?
Whoa, $20. Not saying I don't appreciate it, but I'm struggling. I only asked for more so I could do my credit card payments and have some gas. That way I could buy myself something. But no, that 20 is going to gas and nothing else. Just leave me alone. When it doesn't go your way, you act like a 3-year-old about it.
I'm sorry that I'm not bathing you in money. I was going to give you more money for taking me to Verizon, and on top of that, give you my phone.
I was just going to ask for gas money and a new case for it.
And I probably would have done that.
I just can't do it today.
This is what I was talking about with the phone stuff. I mean, either of those. She had wanted to switch back to her iPhone, like actually using her iPhone. Like,
yeah, chat, if you guys need ankle braces, go ahead.
With Surface on it. and I had got water damage to my phone. I was still using it, but the battery just didn't last. Like, that's the only thing. Like, I had fried my battery, basically.
Yeah.
And I really was like, if you're not going to be using that phone, because she wasn't going to vlog with it, and she was saying that she wanted to change the service over to her other phone. So it's like, that phone's literally just going to be sitting there. Let me use it so I don't have to deal with my Bobo phone dying all the time. And she was making the biggest deal about it. Like, at first she asked me to pay for it. And I was like, it's literally on her phone.
Lottie, we got like a 4-part series about that damn dangling ankle from Ambi. We got the CSI like red circle on that little dip.
Plan. Like, we're still paying on it. Why do I need to pay you for it? Like, it was so dumb. And I don't know. Like, I literally convinced her to get that phone, and then she was like, I was going to give you my phone.
Sure you were. No idea. Should not be too bad, like 20 at the most.
Are you going to get my money out tomorrow and bring it to me?
Yeah.
Fuck, this is so annoying. Vicariously, and literally almost a decade ago. Annoying.
You can get a life jacket if it is no more than $20, and if you swear on everything, you'll bring me my money tomorrow.
Hey.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I'm still pretty sore at you, though.
Sore?
Mad.
Sorry.
It just doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever.
I'm buying you a life jacket. Stop being rude to me. Seriously?
Oh my god. All of these people.
Maybe I shouldn't, because...
Not all of these people, just this particular conversation. Ambi, stop being so fucking helpless.
Literally just gonna hold it over my head, just like you always do.
I did not get a life jacket.
Of course you didn't.
I mean, I could have. I mean, like, but I didn't because of all of this. Like, I was just like, it's whatever. And like, we were just going to Holly Bay.
Right.
So I was like, it's literally whatever. I just didn't get one.
I mean, look, it's easy to go to Holly Bay and not have to use a life jacket because you could touch for a long time anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I could find any, like, they have like cheap ones now at Walmart, but we were at Walmart and I couldn't find one that was less than like $40. I didn't think they were going to be that expensive. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. That's going to be a whole thing.
You could say you're nice to get for people, but when you don't get your way from them, you hold it over their head that you did this and bought that. That's not how you treat people.
No one is perfect. I need to work on, I get it.
She never worked on that. She still does it to this day.
It's the fact that she just admitted to it too. She was just like, yeah, that's who I am.
No one is perfect.
What are y'all doing today?
Nothing.
Have y'all decided what you're doing for New Year's?
We have blank, so we did Santa Claus.
Cute. I didn't get her anything this year.
She's fine.
Because you know how it was every time I'd bring her with us. She would get all that stuff for her. I mean, she enjoyed it, but I mean, all that stuff, I would have to take it home and figure out what to do with it. And I'm like, you gotta quit buying her all this stuff. This is between me and her and Dana.
Oh, this right here?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You ignored my question.
Oh, yeah. We are going to our friend JC's.
That's my BFF, man. Y'all asked us what we were doing, and then we said nothing, and then y'all said you weren't doing anything else. Kind of thought y'all would come over. That's because that was the first time I was going to be hanging out with JC, like, ever outside of work. Like, she was my, like, work BFF. Yeah. And I was kind of nervous to go over there because my other best friend I was meeting for the first time. And, like, I didn't know, like, how that would be. Like, I mean, I didn't know her yet, so, like, she wasn't my BFF yet. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go over there and be drinking, especially, like, and so, yeah, that was a whole thing. And so, like, we kept being on the fence about it because I was like, I mean, we could go hang out with them. And it was New Year's, and it was the first New Year's, like, since my mom had passed. And I'm glad that we ended up going to JC's. Like, not that I didn't want to hang out with y'all, but, I mean, Amberlynn's not the greatest person to be around. So, I mean.
Yeah, I know that. I get it.
Ambi really is having days she deserves.
I went to JC's and she actually surprised me. She had got my mom a birthday cake and had me blow out the candles on it and like everything. Like, she had this whole thing planned, so I'm really glad I didn't like bail. And then, like I said, that's like my best friend now. Like, she is one of my best friends, like the best. So, not too mad about it. So like, I had all of that going on that we weren't telling anybody about, and then this is when Amberlynn would not leave us alone about wanting to hang out all the time.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that was.
I really wonder whether or not Destiny ever blocked Amberlynn, and what Ambi's response to that was.
A really rough time, wasn't it? But look at this manipulation. We mentioned JC's too.
Guess you chose the best of the two options. Ha 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 ha. Oh well.
No, it's not better or anything.
Might be the first year I'm not going anything.
Anything. Don't pull that. We waited, LOL, but it got late. Oh, this is not the same conversation. This is after that. This is her mini brands.
Oh.
And this is after you guys had hung out with us for my birthday.
Yes.
And we had slept
and she got
all
mad
day.
We didn't hang out for her birthday.
Yeah, which was literally just right after that. That's basically the same thing.
Yeah. But it's because you had stuff planned for her birthday. But she had given us $300 for coming over there, like, on your birthday. Not that's not what she gave us $300 for. She gave it to us for Christmas. Right. And yes, y'all slept all day because y'all's sleep schedule was so weird, and now we know why.
We had to. We had to sleep all freaking day and stay up all night.
And we literally, like, she was mad that with that money we didn't get her a birthday or Christmas gift. But
not Ambi out here gifting other people money, expecting them to use that money to gift her in return. Lord, get a friend, Ambi.
We literally went and spent it on the kids. Like, we didn't even get each other anything.
Holy crap. So she gave you that money and was wanting you to get her a birthday gift and Christmas gift out of it?
Yeah, that's what she's saying right here in these messages.
That's wild.
Exactly. Like, why are you acting like that? And we didn't ask that. We didn't say, like, hey, we're struggling. We don't have any money to buy the kids Christmas gifts. Like, we didn't do that.
But this is so great. Where's my birthday gift? At the store. Laugh face.
No Christmas gift either. Rude. And then
what something else that's cracking me up is this was just a group message between Dana, you, and her, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was no me.
No, but then I sent you the ones with you in it too.
Right, yeah, but I'm just saying, because that was our really big last fight, was she was upset that I was in a group chat with Eric and Ricky and she wasn't in it. But it's totally okay for her to be in group chats with other people and me not be in it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I was halfway through and I started puking and blank. I have puked over 20 times and I said, why?
I'm sick. I have a fever and everything. I'm miserable. Go to the doctor.
Really good advice. I wish Ambi had told someone that before.
No.
What? Why?
Because it's probably a stomach virus.
Poop.
It's horrible. Let's see. I'll read this part. It's okay. Hey, foe. Do you guys have any plans tonight? I know it's last minute, but we decided we didn't feel comfortable being at our friend's party. Too many people we don't know. We were wondering if y'all wanted to choose tonight after we get off work. If not, I understand. We were just wondering. Love you guys. This was still about New Year's.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we were on the fence about hanging out with them.
Okay, I get that.
Amber Lynn should be awake soon, but I'm sure she would want y'all to come over.
Well, we might just be staying home now.
Okay, well, just let us know.
Sorry. I will. There's just a lot going on, and we aren't sure what we are doing.
Well, I would love to see y'all.
And we would love to see y'all. We might come to Lexington anyways on Saturday. It's birthday, and I'm thinking about taking him to Malibu Jack's.
So what's making you guys not want to come over?
Oh my god, Ambi is so fucking annoying. I just don't think she has had friends. She just doesn't understand that people can talk about, like, oh, hey, it'd be great to hang out on Saturday. Yeah, it'd be great. We could, like, go to breakfast. We could hang out. Yep, not a problem. Friday comes around. Hey, not really feeling Saturday, kind of under the weather. Some things have come up. Okay, great. Not a worries. Like, girl, get a fucking life.
Tino shade, but we didn't do anything for my birthday. But what changes y'all's mind that quickly? Kind of sketchy.
Oh my god.
Because we had already had this conversation in the group chat with just me, her, and Dana. And then this one Dana made with you.
Oh, so she had to have it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we would have
People change their minds, girl.
hung out on your birthday, but Beck had some plans, some special plans. And like I said, there's a lot going on, and I'm not sure what we are doing.
Well, what's going on?
I want to go. It's really up to Destiny and Beck. See, I just see it and I want to say it. Beck did have special plans for your birthday. I texted her the night of, and that's when she told me she didn't do it. We get our stimulus checks tomorrow, and that's another reason I wanted to come so we could do something for your birthday. And I'm not comfortable going to this party. I told Destiny that the girl having it had changed the plans a lot. I don't know hardly any other people, and I'd rather just be with friends I'm comfortable with. I told Destiny this.
See, no, Dana, she said all that, but she didn't care either way what we did. She was just trying to make Amberlynn feel better because she didn't like dealing with Amberlynn either.
Like, I know.
God, it seems like no one wants to fucking deal with Amberlynn. Relatable.
Like, she definitely, like, just tried to be, like, the buffer. So that way Amberlynn wouldn't be, like, mad at us or going off on us. Just tried to be, like, a median type thing.
Right.
Because I didn't care to make her mad. But she didn't want to deal with it, so she just, like I said, just kind of be a buffer.
Right. And I get
There's that iconic clip of Amberlynn asking Dana, do you hate me? And Dana said, no, I don't hate you. If I hated you, I'd tell you.
But it was also kind of...
That lives in my head rent-free.
Kind of hard for her to be that way, too, because I remember her and Amber fighting sometimes, too, and it's because Amber would just, be Amber, and then Dana would try to be as nice as she could, and then she just couldn't anymore. She'd snap.
Yeah, because Dana's a very not confrontational person. Like, she doesn't do that kind of thing. So, like, when Amberlynn would just get to that point with her, she would just go off. And it would get nasty, yeah. Because, I mean, it took a lot for Dana to get that way to somebody, though.
Right. Yeah, I know. But see, that's the thing with Amber. She can really bring that out into anybody.
Anybody. Like, the gentlest soul. Like, I mean, when we were living with my mom, I had never seen my stepdad ever get angry. Like, he never even yelled at us when we were little. And
oh my God, we're almost through this. That's crazy.
He would get
we may as well keep going now.
So frustrated with her. Like, just the tension that she, like, put in that house. Like, between her and my mom, and just between all of us. Like, she just made everything so hectic.
Oh my God, yeah. She would make the tension so bad that it would be like walking on eggshells around everybody.
Yes.
That's what would happen with the boys when they would fight. Like, they would not talk for weeks, and it would be like walking on eggshells in that house. And it's like,
I really do wish, I do really wish that Eric and or Ricky were more comfortable creating YouTube content, because like the insight we would get into that, oh, wonderful.
I would not be allowed to talk to them. They would not be allowed to talk to me because her and the boys were fighting.
Lottie said, what I'm hearing is that Amber's unique talent is pushing people to their limit. Every button under the sun. Lottie.
Oh my God. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean...
And it's shitty of her to put you in that situation.
Yeah, it felt awful, honestly.
It seems like Destiny is the one who doesn't want to come over then, LOL.
I talked to her, so I don't know.
She'd rather take Blank to Malibu's.
Of course he would. That was your nephew. I
didn't take him to that. When I asked him what he wanted to do, like, I ended up just taking him to, what is that place called in Mount Vernon? Oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of it. It was like if you put Wish, like you remember the app Wish, you took them and made it into a little store.
Huh.
And my brother ended up coming over, and we went and we took him down there, and I got him a drone. Like, we just did some cool stuff like that. She's been having just a really hard day since it's Mindy's birthday. If she decides she wants to go home, then that's okay with me. Whatever keeps her happy today, really.
Here, I can read this part if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I get that, but it makes me feel pretty shitty. I personally don't mind spending the day with Jess Beck, obviously.
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 I'm sure she isn't intending to do that. I'm sorry if it makes you feel that way. I can understand.
See, I don't know. It was your mom's birthday. Like, of course you're going to...
Friday, thank you for the super chat. I agree. I think that's probably one of Amber's talents, is literally being able to push anyone to edge. The edge.
Not really feel the best. But I wish Destiny would be a bit more upfront about her feelings and thoughts.
Yeah, I get that.
Just let Destiny know we love her. I had a hard time on my mom's birthday, too. And if y'all decide to come, I'll cook dinner.
Or we can order something to eat, LOL. It's literally the 31st. I want to pig out.
Of course. I was totally down for cooking, and she's like, nope, we're ordering.
Y'all were living in Lexington, though. It was a good time. It was time to be alive.
That's true.
But don't feel obligated to come. I'm afraid of COVID anyhow.
My damn car won't... Sorry. My car won't start. I went out on my break and nothing. My brother's on his way to fix it right now. I remember when you guys were having really bad car problems.
Oh my gosh. I ended up having to let that car go back, too. It was so much. We were, like, between cars for a little while after this. Sounds like y'all shouldn't drive super far anyhow. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. We want you both here. I just got done bawling my eyes out because I'm scared for my health.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm so sad. I need you guys. I need to laugh. I need to have fun. Please come. Becky also...
See, now Ambi doesn't have these friends, so you know what she does? She comes online and talks about it like this. Fucking hecticana, mama.
also got some shirts and socks for his birthday.
Whoops.
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna be really honest and really vulnerable right now. I'm just really afraid for my health and my ankle and my lung and you guys.
I've been so restless all day. Ugh, all I want to do is spend money. I think I'm manic, IDK.
Like, even if you were friends with this type of person in good faith, I feel like I have a lot of tolerance for people. But, and you, like, usually usually in friendships, I get it, like, things can go sideways pretty quickly, but you see the good? I just don't see where they're seeing the good in Ambi to put up with this.
LMA, you've said it, like, every time, so I assumed he changed his name. Oh, God.
Oh, it's because she kept saying something about y'all going to Eric and Ricky's, but it kept autocorrecting it to Rocky's.
Oh, that's funny.
And she kept doing it. It was like 3 times over.
Rockies. You're probably like, wait, who's Rocky? Okay, so I guess he changed.
Yeah, it was weird.
Go spend money. Get it out of your system.
I did yesterday.
On what?
I bought 57 lipsticks at Meijer.
That's a lot of lipsticks.
So embarrassed to check out.
I remember this. I was embarrassed too. You should have seen the look on the cashier's face.
I was about to say, did y'all go through self-checkout?
Nope. No, we didn't. It was an actual cashier.
Just dumping the basket. Here you go. That's 57.
I can finally admit it.
How much did you spend on lipstick?
It was over $300, so it wasn't bad.
That's insane.
He wants to go to Home Goods.
Not so bad. Go.
What y'all doing?
Nothing.
And half of those lipsticks, more than half, I would say, must have ended up in the trash because they've only got like the set lifespan. Ew.
Wish
Not
y'all
lipstick choosy.
were closer.
I bet you were like, no, I don't. We are a lot closer now than before.
Really?
What, LMAO?
IDK, LOL. How far are you? Isn't it like an hour and a half?
We are at home. Yeah, that's still closer than Monticello.
I'm not GPS.
LMAO.
I would invite y'all to Home Goods, but IDK.
Oh, Yelly, 100%, absolutely.
We have to do cake with Blink.
Figured. I didn't get cake.
Dang. Blank went with me and Blank running around for his birthday.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. My brother went with us. You don't care about my B-Day.
Sounds fun. You don't care about my B-Day. Oh my God, laugh face. I'm broke till Thursday, dude. We barely did anything for Blank. I spent my last $20 on birthday cake.
Does he like sour candy?
So this was like late 2020. Yeah, Ambi was like deep in the making bank on YouTube train here.
Do his cake here. Or not.
Or not.
IDK.
We can't, LOL. We were...
Buys 57 lipsticks, wears 2 bras. Okay, cool. Glad that all has made sense to everyone.
doing it at her dad's because his mama's in town.
You said nothing when I asked what you were doing, LOL. Have fun, though.
We weren't, but Blank just asked about his cake, so Dana
Why
called
is
her
she always nitpicking a fight? Oh my god.
dad.
I'm gonna continue to sulk.
Of course. Oh my god. Maybe we can come after? Up to you, homie.
Seems like y'all will be getting here at bedtime.
No way. LOL.
Yes way.
I stay up late. I have to take Tylenol PM to make myself sleep.
I was having a hard time sleeping at that point. But, like, that was another thing. When we would actually come over to stay with y'all, she wanted us to stay up with y'all, and we just couldn't. Like, there was no way.
Right. Yeah, she wanted y'all to stay up all night and sleep all day.
Yeah, and we just couldn't. Like, we were not wired for that.
Right. Understandably so, because it's not normal. If you don't have a job like that, then why would you do that?
Exactly. Well, just keep me updated on when you're done with the cake, and I'll see how I feel.
Okay.
So what time are y'all doing the cake? Whenever my sister calls me.
We're just waiting on her.
Damn, reschedule with her. It was his birthday!
That's so awful.
Amberlynn trying to convince people to leave this party to go and hang out with her. Crazy behavior. Because I'm sad. Wow. Fuck Amby.
Y'all get upset with my joke. No, we've been busy and Destiny's phone was in the car.
No, LOL.
Oh, okay. Beck was worried. LOL.
I'm sure it was me who was worried about it.
If
we get paid Thursday. If we get paid Thursday, and Dana gets her stimmy, so we will have bank. So next weekend we should be Gucci, hopefully.
Hopefully, LOL.
Yes.
And this is when she sent us all that stuff about that cabin or whatever.
Oh, Thunder Bear. What's Thunder Bear?
My God, yeah. What's that? A cabin?
Thunder Bear Pigeon Forge. Those are some wild words to put together.
Ha ha ha. Destiny, do you not know what a cabin is? Beck wants to stay in a cabin with y'all one of these days in the future. I'll be choosing the cabin, though, because there's a certain kind of hot tub I want to have in it.
Okay, we're playing choosy with cabins, but that sounds like a fun little holiday.
I know, that's exciting, LOL. Just let us know.
Yeah, for sure, boo.
I was thinking, what?
I
was thinking March or April, but if y'all need more time than that, then maybe June or July.
Nah, not in the summer. I want to go in the spring.
Not sure when we will be able to afford it.
You're getting a stimulus check and income tax. You can say bills all you want, but it's very possible to save while working and getting those things.
Get fucked, 2020 Amberlynn. Sorry, this is 2021 Amberlynn. Oh my God. Y'all are getting stimulus checks and you got paid and you don't have bills that much. Pay for us to, well, not pay for us, but chip into, go, you were making 6 figures on YouTube doing sweet fuck all, but sitting there eating chicken carcasses. That's crazy attitude.
You can say bills all you want, but it's very possible to save while working and getting those things.
That's insane. That's an insane thing to say to people in early 2021.
Give yourself a goal.
An insane thing to say to anyone at any point in time, but particularly around, particularly the COVID years. Oh my God.
And then work towards the best advice I could give. Okay, but she doesn't understand that my car was breaking down and I had to buy a new car with my taxes.
Right.
Yeah, and it's called priorities, Amberlynn Reid.
Another thing is you guys were also taking care of the kids. You had your own stuff going on. It's like that wasn't important. And I was willing to be like, yeah, let's give it some more time. And if you can, cool.
She was like, nah, no, we're not doing that.
And she was also like, no, we have to get a certain kind of cabin because I got to have the hot tub that is in the ground already. I cannot be stepping up into it. And I'm like, do you know how hard this is going to be to find something like that?
And how expensive it would be to have an in-ground hot tub?
Yeah, exactly. But,
Amberlynn really pisses me off.
I mean, we can try, but no promises. I have to keep buying parts for my car and pretty soon some tires. Again, Dana's taxes are getting cut because she has to pay back some food stamps. We have a lot more going on than you see or know of.
Yeah, that was dumb. Like, we were getting, like in the pandemic, we were getting all that unemployment or whatever. But we also, when we signed up for unemployment, they made us sign up for Medicaid and food stamps. Mm-hmm. And when we went back to work, they didn't give us the unemployment, but they still gave us food stamps that month. And I was like, okay. And then the next month they called us and they were like, you weren't supposed to get the food stamps. And we had used them because food stamps.
Yeah.
So they were like, you're going to have to pay that back. And they were like, if you don't pay it now, it'll just come out of your taxes when you get them back. Mm. And that's what they did. It was only a little over $200. So it wasn't that big a deal, but us buying a car, it was a big deal.
Right.
Then why don't you tell me? You're going to Knoxville, right? If you don't have the money, why are you going? Oh, we went to Knoxville.
Oh my God, Pocket Watch Lynn over here.
Knoxville, because this is after all the stuff went down between me and Dana, like her admitting everything to me or whatever.
Right.
And she turned it around on me, saying that like she basically said that I was doing too much for the kids and I wasn't giving her enough attention, which was that was hard. And she understood that too. But she was like, we don't have to do these things for the kids. You just want to. And it's like we never got any time to ourselves or anything. So,
right, but they also needed you. They were kids.
Yeah. And I mean, it was really just that was staying with us. It wasn't all of them. Yeah. And that's just because he couldn't go with either of his parents. They didn't know what to do with him. They treated him like crap. So we had him.
Right.
And I mean, what was I supposed to say? She was like, well, you don't give me the attention I deserve because you're always worried about them.
Suck it, Amberlynn.
But like at that point, like I was letting her go and do stuff all the time with her friends. Like, I mean, not letting her, like I never let her or anything. Like,
Right, but she was going.
I was like she was always just like making plans with her friends and going and doing the thing. So that just left me do whatever we were gonna do.
Right.
So like it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I think she was making an excuse, honestly. And so there was that whole thing. And I was like, fine, you want us to spend time together? Let's go to Knoxville. And because we got that stimulus check, it still wasn't that expensive of a hotel room. But we went and stayed at a hotel and just kind of spent like the weekend together. Like,
oh, she was talking about Dana through all of that. Right.
Went around.
I'm still team. Fuck Amberlynn.
Out to eat.
Like just this entire conversation in the text, not the one Destiny's having about Dana here, but just the entitlement that Ambi seems to have over other people's time is crazy behavior. And I don't assume, I know because I watch Ambi's modern content, that modern Ambi is exactly the same way with people in her life.
We were supposed to go to the zoo, but it was too cold. It was like January, I think. We were like, I don't want to walk around the zoo for that long in this cold weather.
Right, can't blame you.
So the fact that she threw that in my face that we were going to Knoxville, but she didn't know all of it. Yeah.
Right. Dang. So I'm so tired of arguing with you, dude. You don't try to talk to me either. We've got so much on our plates, and you're adding extra stress. Why are you ruining the surprise I have for Dana? She's got no idea, and I budgeted this weekend because Dana deserves this weekend. We have never done something like this before. I don't have to explain myself to you. You don't feed, clothe, or house.
Oh, awkward. This is in the group chat.
Yeah.
Very
That
awkward.
was another thing. She ruined the whole surprise.
Oh my God. So Dana didn't know.
No, when she was in the group chat. Yeah, no, I only had told because I told him he was going to have to go stay with his mom for that weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you. ... And I thought Dana knew. My bad. Tell blank not to read the messages on here.
Tell her not to read the messages on here. I literally told you it was a surprise.
Every time Combo gets more adult, you always say that we are going. No, you didn't.
What? I'm just tired of when we make plans, you act like my parent or some. You are doing this. How are you doing this? Why this? What about that? I can't do that right now, Amberlynn. I can't. And I must have forgot to tell you. My bad.
It's just annoying that I give you $300 for Christmas. I gave both of you money for your birthdays, etc., and you get me nothing. You didn't even tell me happy birthday. It's shitty. Almost like one-sided friendship. Dana shouldn't be here. The surprise. Then when I go
don't give people money in your life who you just want to guilt into hanging out with you. That's a pretty good advice there.
To tell you how I feel, you get mad at me. Becky and I were simply just saying
if you're not like confident and comfortable in yourself enough that you can just gift someone a thing and not expect it in return, like that's where you should be at. Not this, never this.
Go to a cabin with y'all. We are giving you 4 months in advance to save up, and you acted as if that was
impossible.
Possible when I see you spending money all the time. And I never
You
said
guys
anything.
ignored that.
Oh, cutting a section here.
How many people message her?
I don't know. Stop being bitchy to her.
WTF are you talking about? How come I'm never allowed to tell you guys how I feel? It's absolutely ridiculous. See? She didn't know what we were talking about at first, and then she was like, well, that's just how I feel.
Yeah, she was trying to she was trying to be all sly about it, but then when you call her out, she's like, how come I'm never allowed to tell you how I feel? You can. It's the way you say, Amberlynn.
I disagree.
Of course she disagrees. Okay, that's your choice, but you aren't seeing it from our point of view either. I didn't say anything. She unsent a message.
No, this is when I was posting videos all the time. Like a couple years ago.
Oh, 2023. Ooh, drama.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
When she told me not to talk about her mom, but she kept bringing up my mom.
Right? How dare you? God.
The back and forth is very fun. Petty, but fun.
You gonna call me? Come on, let's get this out. Hello?
It's really effed up that you didn't tell me we were going back on live stream. I wouldn't have mentioned your brother, dad, or Becky. That was super deceptive, and yet I'm at fault again, but I thought our conversation was private. No, she didn't.
No, she already knew that you had went back live. She knew exactly what she was doing.
And you know she was watching. Like, she knew it had to be like on her TV, on mute or something. Like, she knew what was going on.
Yeah, I feel like she knew every single move you were making at that point.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, we have reached the end.
Oh, that's the end. Look, a fun little bear. What a happy note to end it on. All right, chat, my butt's asleep, and I gotta get ready for another stream in like 2 and a bit hours. So that's fun. We'll catch up with Foodie then. Anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out with me while I caught up on my delayed Ambi drama. I'm sure there'll be more next week because she's in her villain era, so that's fun. Anyway, if you'd like to rewatch that content, there's a link down below. Go support Beck, say hi for me, leave a comment, do all of the things. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me. For those of you on the rewatch, thank you for your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. Chat, take care of yourself. Make sure you brush your hair and your teeth, wash your face, get your steps in, hug a loved one. Don't be a dumpster fire on the internet. Don't be a toxic ex trying to hold gifts over your old partner's heads and monopolize their time. Be a better person. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all in